It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Alrighty, good morning. What is going on? Happy Thursday, Virginia.
Good morning. Happy Thursday, boys. How you doing?
I think we're all doing well. Bird looks fantastic. You know it's going to be a good day when he's decked head to toe in pizza.
A little embarrassed my pizza necklace had done broke.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
So I'm rocking my dinosaur necklace. If you want to see that on KVJ TV, I can hear the numbers going up.
Don't worry. I'm going to bring your pizza necklace to Bergman Jewelers and have it repaired.
Oh, there's no repairing. This thing is destroyed. Yeah, I broke the pizza part in half somehow.
Oh, no.
Dude, I wear necklaces hard.
Yeah, he does. He buys the necklace is like, oh, man.
Pizza passion, hamburger hand.
That's why I buy cheap jewelry. I can't. Affordable or like expensive jewelry, it'll be broken or lost.
It's like it just melts in your hand.
Like an M&M.
Yeah. It's the wildest thing. Yeah, how about that? Well, I know we're getting ready for a big old weekend. I think I have an update on my venture to Gainesville.
Oh, good. We need to hear this. Because last we heard,
yes,
you were going to be driving the family to see Morgan Wallen in Gainesville. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin was going to not be able to go to the show and then have to drive the family back.
Yeah.
That same night.
So in a way, you're kind of like an Uber without making any of the money.
Right, exactly. It's the worst Uber.
Yeah. Welcome to parenthood. You're just basically an Uber.
Yeah, that's really what it was. As of this morning, talking to my wife about the whole thing, and I do want to say thank you to a lot of people because they had stepped up and they said, because I really wanted to stay. I'm like, that's the sensible thing by the time this concert's over. But some people had sent some messages, too, saying that they were looking at Quality Inns and places like that were going for $1,200 a night, and the availability was just gone. Because that's one of the problems. Some of these smaller college towns, you would know, you got a massive stadium that fits 80,000 people, but doesn't mean you've got, 40,000 hotel rooms in the city.
The quality of room is scooped up quickly.
Yes.
And then all that's left is like Red Roof Inn and like budget places that, ugh.
Right. So, some people had really helped out with some great suggestions and even places to stay, whatnot. I know somebody had even DM'd you about some tickets.
Multiple people DM'd me about places to stay and then also tickets.
The last couple of hotels, and I use the word hotel lightly, every time I went there, by the time I left, I felt like I had some kind of a hotel air-conditioned cold.
Yes,
Do you know
that's
what I
a real
mean?
thing.
It feels like there's a bacteria or something in my lungs.
Probably because there is.
Right.
A lot of these places are moldy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of places. If you've ever played travel sports in the state of Florida and you've gone to some of these small towns with very sketchy, iffy hotels, motels.
Titusville?
Yeah, your Titusvilles, your Auburndales, your all these kind of towns. And yeah, you stay in one of those places, you just immediately walk into the motel room, you breathe in, you're like, oh, mold spores.
Mold spores.
Definitely.
You can taste them almost.
It smells like a rain had just happened in the room.
Yes.
It's just kind of drying up.
And it's Muggsy.
It is Muggsy. So, as of talking to my wife this morning, she hadn't heard anything, and it doesn't sound like we're going.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
What happened?
She hasn't heard anything. She's like, you know what? We went to go see him when he was here in South Florida, and I was like, yes, thank you. Tell the dang kid nah. So, sounds like that's where we are. Now, you never know, because in my life, that's what happens. See, I get into this false sense of security, and I let down my guard, and I think it's all over. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, it's Saturday morning. It's like, okay, we got to go to Gainesville in 10 minutes. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we were going 7 hours ago, but now we're going now.
Yeah.
Just like the song.
Yeah. So.
Well, this is what happens when you leave it up to the kids. I know, because I deal with this with Magnolia. Cannon's getting to that age where he can start being the one that tries to make plans.
Yep.
Magnolia, same way, loves to try to make plans, but they still have their kid brain. and they don't think through things.
Right.
And then you're supposed to like figure it out for them.
They
and you're
got
like,
big ambitions, but no reality.
exactly.
Yeah.
And also no job, no budget.
Right.
Now, does your son Cannon, does he like Morgan Wallen, or is he going because his girlfriend likes Morgan Wallen?
I think it's girlfriend.
Okay, all right.
She got a lot of power. She has the most pull in his life right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, duh. You know what that's like.
Yeah. She said, I think I'd like to go. He's like, okay.
We're
Don't worry,
going.
my parents will take care of it.
My parents will drive us.
My dad will drive us up and back.
Can I get you some beverages or snacks for the ride?
It's all my dad. He's going to buy it all.
Dad.
What else do you need?
My dad will drive the car and he'll play DJ.
Yeah.
He'll entertain us. He'll do basically the KVJ show
Yeah,
for you.
we have a stipend of $5,000. Whatever you want.
Money is no object.
You're
What
right.
can we get you, sweetie?
That's true. That's how it all sounds. I do know there's going to be a lot of KVJ Nationers. There are some people I've heard that are from South Florida going to be heading up there. So this guy he's one, in fact, we were talking about this the other day, that Blue Dot Fever, where you've got even Post Malone's tours looking sketchy. The Pussycat Dolls had to cancel. Meghan Trainor had to cancel her tour. There's been a lot that have been like that. There's a few. They said like the Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallens that just cut through. That they're not having any problems whatsoever.
The other thing, too, is our audience and the country audience do split. We have a hybrid audience. There's a lot of people that listen to our show.
They call that
love
crossover.
country.
Crossover.
Crossover. Sometimes it's pop, sometimes it's country.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, we play some country. Look, if a country song gets big enough, then, we're going to play it. In fact, there's a bunch of country albums that are right up, number one. In fact, Ella Langley might still be number one this week. So, yeah, country's still doing well.
Country Kev knows.
That's right, I do.
He's not going to Morgan Wallen, though. Thank the Lord.
Thank you, Jesus.
As of now.
Yeah, right.
And things could change.
Wait till I come in here on Monday. Like, I'm so exhausted,
I had
guys.
to go to Morgan Wallen.
And I wasn't prepared.
I didn't get the tickets. I didn't get the place to stay because I thought I wasn't going. Oh, it'll be chaos.
Oh, it will be.
Oh, I had the best cowboy outfit for you. Woody from Toy Story. It was amazing.
He is going to be doing something interesting. They say that, maybe he's trying to do some good things to make up for his rowdier days. He is going to have a live audio description for a blind attendee. They say this is a first at the stadium for a concert, but it's also believed to be one of the first of its kind for a major tour in the U.S., and they say it could set a precedent that, people who don't have sight could actually still go and enjoy concerts.
Well,
and there'll be like an interpreter saying what they're not seeing.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
That's sort of the right move.
Yeah, so if you are at one of his shows this weekend, you might notice that and just realize, okay, well, you could be seeing history.
That's beautiful. Well,
One of the
not
first
seeing
times ever
history, but yeah.
The people who have sight will be
History's
seeing
gonna be
history.
made.
The blind people will be like, at least I'm enjoying the concert for
Yes,
once.
thank you.
Finally, that's exactly what it is. It's kind of an odd thing to see that a middle-aged man is buying a ton of Polly Pocket stuff. Now, I'm not familiar with Polly Pocket. Do you know what that stuff is, Virginia?
Yeah, because I had a little girl. Magnolia loved Polly Pocket.
She did.
It's like a mini Barbie. They're tiny though.
My sister was big into Polly Pocket. Huge into them.
Yeah, and so is that why you're so into them?
No. Me and Denny's have the same kind of brain. I had my friend over and they had a little kid and they wanted to see my phone and I let them see my phone. I don't know what happened. Somehow they got into my eBay and ordered Polly Pockets. I have Polly Pockets on the way being delivered to my house as we speak.
That's creepy.
And I don't know. How are these kids? You have to hit like 2 or 3 buttons to get a deal on eBay.
What are you going to get next? Like a white work van that's real dirty?
Well, look, just for the record, I want everyone to know I do not discriminate. I have boy toys and girl toys.
Well, that's good that Joel dug both.
I know it sounds creepy. You gotta go in.
Hey, little kids.
Just so you know, I got boy toys, I got girl toys.
And if a kid leaves my house, no kid ever leaves without a little toy dinosaur.
No kid ever leaves.
my house.
No kid ever leaves my house.
That's not what I meant. Without a dinosaur.
Dude, you are not helping.
No,
I'm like Silly Wonka. I'm the weird guy.
yeah. Tell that to the judge.
That's what they would say about Willy Wonka. Nobody ever goes in. Nobody ever comes out.
They're actually opening an investigation right now.
No, you gotta get like little rubber dinosaurs or Bigfoot, so when they leave, they have a little toy they
To
can
bring with them.
You have to leave.
Otherwise, they want to take one of your good toys.
Oh, I mean, whatever. Just it's supposed to be an experience, and make fun as much as you want. I do have a list of people who, by the way, I do not know that want to come in and take a gander, look around every room.
I told you, you could sell admission tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family thinks it's a terrible idea.
It is a terrible
They
idea.
don't think I should let any strangers in my house right now.
You are prone to weird stalkers.
Oh, if I was to let random people in my house, and by the way, I've done it a lot, something always goes weird.
When left to its own design, it's always going to get weird.
Imagine that. So I got Polly Pockets on the way, but these kids are good, and I think they're better at these technologies than we think they are. I think they know how to go around in eBay, hit pay now. They're not as dumb as they're acting. I think Lachlan knew what he was doing when he bought that Little House in the Prairie DVD for Denny's.
Yeah, they are really good at the tech.
They love to push buttons.
Yeah.
Well,
the scary thing, they're better at ordering stuff than we are. They're better at ordering than we are at canceling.
Well, in the course of 5 days, Denny's son, baby Lachlan, has bought the first season of Little House on the Prairie, and this kid has bought me Polly Pockets. I don't know.
Very wholesome.
What's the worst? Who got the worst deal? I think Denny's did.
Whoever spent more. That's basically how that breaks down. Okay, I got a couple questions here on Would You Rather. Now, if you're doing a little road trip stuff, would you rather listen to the same song on repeat for an 8-hour road trip or sit in complete awkward silence with the person right next to you?
Question. Is the song a song of sorts like a Chumbawamba, or is it a song you enjoy?
Let's go with it being a song that you enjoy, that you both mutually like, yeah, this is a good song, but it's one that is very familiar to both of you. It's not necessarily like a brand new song that you love. You're going, okay, I got a little bit of time to wear this one out.
It's like 9 hours of pure Eye of the Tiger.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Don't Stop Believing, baby. What would you rather have, Virginia?
I thought about this. I think I would rather have the silence just because I can like work some stuff out in my head. You know, it may be silent in the car, but it is not silent in this brain. In fact, I wish it could shut off. I can work a lot out on this car ride. The same song over and over for, what'd you say, 8 hours?
It is, yes, an 8-hour road trip.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, you're driving from South Florida to Atlanta, basically.
Give me silence. I'll figure some stuff out in my head.
It's 8 hours of the same song or just 5 versions of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, to me, the silence is the best thing. Now, it says awkward silence.
That's rough.
But I would try to fill a little bit of that. Now, some of it, I try to maybe learn a little bit something about them and try to find some kind of common ground for a conversation. It doesn't say that you can't do that.
But is that respecting the game? Is that, I mean, it's awkward silence, so meaning you're going to be asking questions and you're getting nothing back.
Yeah. Even if that does happen, I'm okay because I would probably likely eventually shut down. And like Virginia said, I would be working stuff out in my own head. I'm an only child. I'm very comfortable just being with my own thoughts.
I got a lot of problems. So if I start listing them in my brain and trying to figure out solutions, this could be a productive 8 hours.
Nah, we are cranking it up to 10. Rising up, back to the street.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Eye of the Tiger, full throttle, baby. 8 hours of pure Tiger.
Okay, Tiger, you need to simmer down.
They would end up kicking me out of the moving car.
I would get out. I would just take my chances and roll.
No, you got to be careful because if you did pick something like it, Eye of the Tiger, by an hour and a half into it, you are a little too just amped up.
Like, oh no, what have I done?
It's too much. Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are saying, yeah, I cannot take the silence. I would have to do that. And I would just say, have you ever done it before? Because I didn't think I could. And I remember my first cross-country trip, right as I was getting ready to drive out, my radio shorted out.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this isn't going to be good. So I had to drive from one side of the country, from New York City to California, with no radio. And, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It's not as bad as you think it's going to be. I've been there too. Road trips, I had my radio stolen so many times out of my car living in New Orleans. They love to break into cars and steal radios.
When I worked at the fancy golf course, you would have to sometimes drive the head boss to his car in a golf cart, and that would take a good 3.5 to 4 minutes. And when I say these were the longest 4 minutes, sometimes there would be silence, and I get nervous and weird when there's too much silence. So I would just start asking weird questions, and it would turn real weird. I remember I didn't know what else to say, and I knew he had a knee problem. So I go, hey, so how's your health? He's like, it's fine. How's your health, Jason? And then we got into this big conversation about health and why I should get screening for cancer. And I'm like, maybe I should just not talk. Maybe I should just drop him off. It was so bizarre.
So what do the people say about the road trip? Would you rather for 8 hours listen to the same song on repeat or be in complete awkward silence? And 54% are going with the awkward silence. But it's close.
Have you ever been on a legit road trip more than 3 days with somebody you can't stand, you don't jive with, and it is awkward?
No.
Really?
I would never put myself in that scenario.
Sometimes you don't know you're in that scenario.
I mean, when you're a kid, you don't have any choice. Mm-hmm. And sure, when I was younger, there were situations that probably I shouldn't have been in with people that I should not have been hanging out with. But as an adult, I understand that if you're going to trip with somebody, if you're going to travel with somebody, they better be cool.
I did it one time, and I'd love to tell this story, but this person listens to our show on an obsessive level, and they're listening right now. I can't take that heat.
Wise choice. Would you rather wear wet jeans once a week or step on a Lego every single day?
Oh, man.
What do you think? And that means that you go out for the day in the wet jeans. Now, when they dry, then, you know, you're okay. So it's not going to be some kind of, it's not going to bulk science and go against it. But, you know, for hours, you're going to have on uncomfortable wet jeans. You do that once a week, or you step on a Lego and you don't know when it's going to be.
This one's easy.
It just comes out of nowhere. You're like, it got me again. What do you think, Bird?
Step on a Lego because I have got feet like the bottom of a bull. I can just...
like a bull's bottom?
Yeah, I've got basically hooves for feet, and it takes a lot to penetrate these things. So give me the Lego. I step on them now because my girlfriend likes Legos. There's times where I'll take a Lego. Doesn't really do me that bad.
You almost enjoy the pain, don't you?
We're impressed.
Those are your words, Ralston. Those are your words.
But... I know that twisted mind.
Yeah.
Gets him going. So, Virginia, are you going with the Lego as well?
I have to go with the Lego because I first of all, I don't wear jeans. And second of all, I can't have damp crotch. No.
I've seen you wear jeans before.
Rarely.
What's your beef with jeans?
I don't like it.
Is it a crotch issue?
It's just too constrictive and tight. And, you know, I'm here to have a little meal and I want to be able to be loose. I don't want my jeans constricting my tummy and then limiting the amount of food I'm able to consume.
It is kind of a depressing feeling when you go to a restaurant and your jeans fit, but then when you leave the restaurant, your jeans kind of don't fit.
I don't want to have to unbutton a button.
Feeling.
It is.
Such a gross feeling.
His stomach is going over here.
I'm here to eat.
Yeah.
I'm not unbuttoning a button and now walking out of the restaurant with my pants half done.
If I'm going to eat, I don't want to feel guilty. I'm wearing my fat clothes to that restaurant.
Girl, look at this moo-moo.
Oh, I love that moo-moo.
This moo-moo is built for eating.
Oh.
This is how you should go to every dining experience.
That's the kind of moo-moo where you eat 5 plates of spaghetti.
Thank you for the respect.
Yes.
61% of people said they would rather step on a Lego every day than have to wear wet jeans once a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wet jeans are brutal, man.
Wet jeans is awful.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for your participation. You can do that on YouTube. Just go and search for the KVJ Show. Make sure you subscribe while you are there. It is a great way for you to get all the KVJ content. If you're watching us right now, we'd appreciate it if you click that like button. It definitely does help out. Well, this is a pretty cool thing. If you've ever had to go to work with one of your parents, sometimes it can be excruciatingly boring. I remember when I was a young little kid, my dad was an attorney, and he would take me to the law library.
Oh, God.
Oy.
That sounds like the worst.
I mean,
And you have to go because you're a little kid and your parents don't want to pay for childcare. And
Yeah.
they're like, it's cheaper just to drag little Kevin to the law library.
at least when I go to the library, I'd ask the librarian, hey, where's the books with monsters and creatures? And then point me to the section.
They don't got that at the law library?
Someone tells me that's not at the law
No,
library.
not at the law library. No.
There's nothing with fun illustrations or cartoons.
But I will tell you, it really did save my life because once upon a time, I thought I was going to be an attorney, and that's what I went to college for. And I asked my dad, I'm like, so do you love being an attorney? He's like, no, I hate it. He's like, you remember all those times you used to sit there in the law library? He said, that's what you do a majority of your career. I'm like, no, that was terrible. I'm not going to do that.
He didn't like it, really.
He did not, no,
Wow.
Yeah. He just did it because you didn't have to have math in college.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's genetic, like math skills.
Math skills, yeah. They avoided everybody on this show.
Yeah.
That must have been a different thing back then because I think you have to have math now. Did they change that?
For your basics, but I mean, as you go through to be
Advanced math.
yeah,
You didn't have to take more math.
Yeah, as an attorney, doing math is not really a thing that you have to worry about. You just have to know the law.
Unless you have to add up the years that the criminal's going to jail for. Okay, that'll be 9.
And the judge does that.
Yeah.
So you'll be okay with that. But this is one of the coolest things that I've ever heard. If you know the artist Akon, had a bunch of hits about maybe 20 years ago, and then he produced an album for this artist named Lady Gaga.
Maybe you've heard of her.
And it did well. And he's like, you know what? She's going to do all the music from here on out. So he hasn't done a lot of stuff since then, but he was telling a story that, he kind of grew up in the industry in a sense, at least with a dad who was a creative that was working for Walt Disney World back in the day because he had a special project, and that's where Akon lived for 3 years.
Dad was the one that composed all the percussions for Lion King, the original composition. So we lived on the Disney campus for like 2-3 years. What? No, it was like, imagine that. Right?
How young are you at that time,
At that time,
Akon?
I'm like 9, 10, 11. Like, we lived on campus. Like,
What?
everything was free, from the rides to the food.
Where's the campus at? The Florida or is it
In Orlando.
Oh, in Orlando? Damn.
Yeah. At the Epcot Center, you would go there and watch the show twice a day.
Right.
And the African show was my pop's show. He was a star of it. And, he had the African drummers, the fire eaters, stick walkers, and dancers. Like, it was a full-blown thing.
How about that, huh?
That is so cool. No one's going to beat that. As a 9-year-old, you lived for 3 years on a Disney property and got to just free reign.
To me, 9, 10 years old, that's the age where you really can take it all in.
Oh, my gosh.
And go, oh my gosh, I'm at Disney World. This is amazing.
That's not going to be beatable.
That's your backyard for 3 years.
That's crazy.
Is basically what that is.
Wow.
Yeah, that's some pretty cool stuff. Now, I never had anything like that.
No.
My mom was a teacher. The craziest and coolest things I got to do was she used to judge arts and crafts at county fairs. And so that was the coolest thing I got. It was cooler than the law library, but it still wasn't, amazing.
So my dad had 2 different jobs, and at night he would work at a tennis park, and he would, run the tennis courts. And it was in an area that you always had people that would live in the bathroom. You had a lot of homeless people living there. You had a lot of
Park vagrants.
You just had a lot of vagrants going on, and you never knew when this was going to go down. And it's a beautiful park, but it did attract an element that you had to be on your toes. And I remember there were times where there would be guys just screaming at the sky, yelling at people at the water fountain. And my dad, I remember him calling the cops saying, there's this guy, he's screaming at a mother and a daughter, and they look like they're scared. Well, the cops came. they pulled this guy over, and he was in connection for a murder.
Ooh.
And you had those stories constantly happening at this park.
Murder park.
It was either fun tennis or horrific murder.
No in between.
There was no in between, really. But it was one of those places where you just, every time you went, you came back home with a bizarre story.
I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday about this, and she told me growing up, her mom used to do the hair of Donald Trump's mother.
Okay.
So when Mama Trump was still alive, every week she would go to Mar-a-Lago and fix Mama Trump's hair.
Oh, wow.
And so
Okay.
she would go with her mom, and she'd be hanging out at this beautiful, like, private club.
Yeah, does that happen a lot with women that get to a certain age, like in their 70s and 80s, where they go get their hair done once a week?
Yes.
And if they miss that appointment, it's a big deal. That's what they really look forward to.
Yes, my grandma was like this. Like every week
Yeah.
they would get their hair set.
Mine too, yeah. That's what they would call it, getting it set.
They would get it set.
Okay.
They would get it set, and they would spray it with this stuff that made it kind of like a helmet.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to
Yeah.
last all week. She was telling me that back in the day, her mom did a lot of work on Palm Beach. It wasn't just at Mar-a-Lago, but her mom would go to Palm Beach to fix a lot of fancy ladies' hair. And they would set their hair, and then it was a badge of honor how long they could keep it in the set or the
Oh,
updo.
wow. Okay, yeah.
But she said this one lady one time had it set and an updo and went on a cruise for a month and never washed it. And that was like the badge of honor. Oh my gosh, the hair looked so
Wow.
good it stayed for a month.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I've
I mean,
heard,
how much hairspray that takes?
The sweat, though.
I know, right?
but I've heard stories if they're late to the appointment, it is a big deal. You are not late to the appointment. Everything is cleared for that day until that appointment is done.
Yes, getting their
Yeah.
hair set is very important.
Yeah, my grandma would go to the beauty parlor for half the day. And then she would come back, and you could just tell, like, that helmet was glistening. Like, you could throw a wrench off her head, and it would just ding, it just bounce right off.
But that probably helped her. That probably gave her something
It did.
to do.
Gave her that
Look-
swagger.
Yeah.
Gave her confidence.
It did.
She walked in her room. She's like, yeah, I'm set.
Yeah.
Because if I ever make it to that age, you're lucky if there's even a comb around me.
Yeah.
My grandmother still wants to get her hair set. And, you know, I mean, at this point, I think they stopped bringing her, and it's very expensive to bring in a beauty team every week. But she still, before I went to go visit her, she told my dad she wanted to go have her hair set.
Oh.
Isn't that adorable?
Yeah.
She's 102
Yeah.
and wants to have her hair set.
That is nice.
I mean, 102, what a ride, man.
I know. I think about that so often. Like, man.
Not a bad run. Not a bad run she's been having. It was the other day that we received an email. It was from a mom who had a special needs son, and her sister was the one that sent us the email because her sister had made a comment that she hopes that her children would pass before she does because she doesn't trust anyone to take proper care of them. The mom was a little bit horrified that her sister would say something like that. Now, the question is it relatable? Have you ever been through a situation like this? And was this mom being selfish, or was she actually being reasonable? Now, we got an email here from Diana in Hialeah, and she said, my husband and I have a 12-year-old severely autistic boy who is nonverbal and intellectually about 4 years old. Now, because he gets severely anxious, he worries and is afraid a lot and gets frustrated when he cannot communicate what he wants. He's learned to communicate with some sign language and has a book with basic pictures he can point to say he's thirsty or wants a snack, but that is the most he can do. We've only just recently been able to help him learn how to use the toilet, which is a blessing for us because he was in diapers all his life, and you can only imagine how much that cost.
Oh, wow. That is expensive and also hard for the parents.
Yeah, now he can't tell us when he's in pain or where it hurts, and he also can't tell us when he's been mistreated. So when I found a bruise on him, I have to talk to teachers, therapists, and the principal to find out WTF. We eventually even had to change schools. Luckily, he has a behavioral therapist who is with him in school every day now, so that has not happened anymore. Now, I say all this to paint the picture of how difficult it is for us as parents to feel comfortable with anyone else watching our son. My parents, who are very elderly, are the only other people who watch him, and only for a couple hours twice a week. We do not have any other family around, and my husband has cousins with kids, but we're not really close. We're fully aware that there will not be anybody else around for him when my parents, husband, and I are no longer around, and it has kept us up several nights sleepless. My son does have godparents, but they've got their own kids, and we don't see them often. Having said this, we still do not wish to outlive our son at all. We do not think we would ever be able to cope without him if he was gone. And I type this with tears in my eyes, and I would not change my son for the world. He may have a disability, but when he laughs and he smiles at me, when he cuddles with me before bed and hugs me when I pick him up from school, it is all so worth it. He drives me to fight for him and to help provide as happy and blessed a life as we can give him. He is our angel. And Diana says, I pray for the sister of the mother who wrote in, hoping she will find the help that she needs. But it is understandable. So I would never fault anybody for the feelings that they have. And I think that, and we talked about this when we got that email, that I understand that the mom has complicated feelings in a very complicated situation.
And also, none of us have walked in her shoes. So I just really try to reserve judgment and try not to pass judgment on a parent going through this and having big emotional feelings that we may not understand.
Yep. The only thing I will pass judgment on with Diana is she sent a photo and she's wearing a Jets hat at a Dolphins game.
Oh, boy.
And I do not approve of that. Diana, you live in Hialeah, and you're wearing a Jets hat.
I got to tell you, that's the nicest Jets fan I've ever met.
Yeah, right.
She seems so kind and nice.
Jets fans don't care about your opinion.
Oh, and that was a true Jet fan, too. And by the way, Kevin, go F yourself.
That's the spirit, right? Gotta tell you, Lionel Messi, the guy is as advertised. It's really unreal that, you know, he is still doing the things that he did. And we've had some great ones here in South Florida, no doubt about it. You know, remember when LeBron James was on his nice little tear for the Miami Heat?
Yes.
They had that little run. You know, we'll see what winds up happening with Inter Miami, but what he winds up doing here in South Florida might rival that. He had 2 goals and an assist as Inter Miami came back and beat Cincinnati last night 5-3. And he is doing some great stuff. He became the fastest player in MLS history to 100 goals responsible for. He is scored now, I guess, like 61, assisted another 42. And in just 65 regular season matches, he shattered the previous record of 95.
Every time I ask a soccer question, Virginia, someone wants to throw a soccer ball at my head, and I can't use any hands in soccer.
Well, ask the question, and I'll get a ball.
No, because I ask this question every time. All it does is prolong the show. I can tell Kevin gets annoyed, the audience gets annoyed, and it goes nowhere. So I'm backing out.
Right now, Lionel Messi second in the MLS with 12 goals, and they said it's the 3rd time this season that he has had at least 3 goal contributions in a match. So exciting stuff. And if you've not gone yet, Inter Miami is going to be at home on Sunday, taking on the Portland Timbers at New Stadium.
Could either one of you ever do that cool soccer trick? You saw it in the movie Karate Kid. It's when you bounce the ball off your leg over and it's you basically juggling.
Is it off of your knee?
Yeah, it's off your knee. But the longer you go, the cooler and more impressive you are, especially if you can bounce from one leg to the other. You're like, whoa, the girls go crazy.
Maybe back in the day, but no. My ball bouncing off my knee days are behind me.
So you don't think if I went to a soccer field and did that trick, the ladies are not going to be like, whoa, this guy is
I don't think you can pull it off either.
That's a challenge. June 1st, the bird is back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You mean back in the hospital?
I'm going to get the other hip replaced.
I'm not sure. I'm going to be back one way or the other. Either I'm gonna try to do something good, or I'll be back in the hospital.
I'm going to break my hip just doing something lame.
Makes it exciting. Don't know where we're going with this.
All right. Calling it now, no bird on the second.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. Matthew Perry's fatal overdose was certainly horrible, and now they have continued to bring all of the people that were around him, enabling him, to justice. Yesterday, the drug counselor tied to his fatal overdose was sentenced to 2 years in federal prison. Now, the guy's name is Eric Fleming. He was a former film producer and also an addiction counselor.
Whoa.
That was supposed to be helping addicts, but instead, Eric is the guy that introduced Matthew Perry to the ketamine queen.
I kind of think that's how it works. People pose as a drug counselor, but that's also how you get your drugs.
Good Lord. Well, let this be a lesson. If you are involved in a fatal overdose, they will investigate, and it may take them a while. You know, 2023 was when he died. It's now 2026. But all of these people are being brought to justice. And not just the ketamine queen, but everybody around her, everybody around him that enabled the whole situation. So this person, for the introduction, got 2 years. Mm-hmm. And now the final defendant, the last piece in the puzzle, is going to be that assistant who was working with Matthew Perry, who actually was the person that made the injection of the ketamine. That person is the last that still has to be sentenced, and they could be facing much more time than the drug counselor that got 2 years. That person could be facing up to 15 years in prison.
Okay.
For injecting Matthew Perry with that fatal overdose. Mm-hmm. Yeesh. What a mess. In other news, some happy news. Paris Jackson was saying that the lawyers and the law firms that were handling her family's estate, her dead father's estate, Michael Jackson's money, she was saying, look, they're making all kinds of payments that are not approved, and they're paying other law firms to the tune of $625,000. And an LA judge agreed with her and said that those outside law firms must return the $625,000 in bonus payments that were not approved. The judge was like, nah, you can't just start paying other lawyers money that is not approved by the whole trust and family. So slippery, trying to get away with it. Thank goodness somebody was on it. Good for you, Paris. Because if you don't stand up for your dad's money, which is your money, then who is?
True. Yeah.
Nobody's going to do it as good as you would.
Yeah,
so.
and I think, unfortunately, Michael was taking advantage. Like so many artists, I think that he had a lot of shady dealers handling his money.
Well, it just goes with the territory. Artists are not good accountants. Usually.
Yeah. Well, you know, honestly, even if you would be, it takes a good bit of time and attention to watch where all this money is flowing, because you got a lot of things coming in, going out. A lot of times those artists don't have time to do everything.
Let me tell you guys a little tale about a woman named Connie Converse. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to eject from that conversation. I'm going to lose the audience. Never mind.
I'm going to say it, then I'm going to say nothing.
Well, I realize I don't think anyone wants to hear about Connie Converse. It's
Who's
great.
Connie Converse?
It's a great story. No, I'm not. You're not baiting me. I'm going to start talking.
No. Please tell a bad story.
No, we're trying to gain ratings.
And this is cute. Travis Kelce and Colin Jost were on an episode of New Heights. Of course, that's Travis's podcast that he does with his brother. And Colin and Travis were talking about how funny it is to be in a relationship and you're a big famous dude. You're a huge name, but you still live in the shadow of your famous wife. Of course, Colin Jost is with Scarlett Johansson and Travis Kelce is with Taylor Swift.
Right. Here is part of that conversation.
How nice is it to be the less famous person in your relationship?
Huge relief. Really I think I'm probably almost approached more because she's less approachable. Because I'm on TV, I have like a lesser. People are just like, I'm in their living room, so they're just like, "Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?" She's actually almost so famous they don't believe it a lot of times. And the person's looking at her passport, and he'll be like, "Has anyone ever told you look like Scarlett Johansson?" Like genuinely asking and not realize, even though he's looking at her name, because he's like, it would be weirder if it was her.
That's funny and adorable. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Well, tonight in the 561, you got Mr. 305, Pitbull, Lil Jon, going to be at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. And one of the cool things, if you've not been to a Pitbull show, is seeing all the ladies that show up in the ball caps.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Groups of girls that come dressed as Pitbull and then just break it down. These ladies like to dance, get loose, get them cocktails.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you can look hot bald, then you got something going on.
Can I get an amen? It's a little bit old school, only talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. What?
Okay.
Some ladies liked him.
Okay.
In the wrestling world, Virginia, you know what he looks like.
I do. He's not my flavor, but I get it.
Okay. If you were arguing who is the hottest bald celebrity, would you throw The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, into the mix?
The Rock is starting to look not human.
The Rock, I don't know. He looks so like big and made of wax.
But don't worry, it's all natural, Kevin.
Yeah.
Every bit of The Rock is natch.
All natch, huh? Okay.
He got busted putting the same social media post. He was acting like he was eating a burger from this restaurant, and then everyone called him out. They go, "Rock, you didn't just eat this burger. This is a post you did from 8 months ago." And they were screenshotting it. It had like a timestamp on it.
Busted.
Now, Shamar Moore, that guy is bald, correct?
Shamar Moore is probably, I would say, top 3.
Okay.
Pretty darn hot.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who you would rank higher than him.
Is Jason Statham still bald?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he was looking good.
Yeah, he definitely would qualify.
I need to see a current picture, but yeah. That was real tasty about 2020.
Did you say Tay Diggs? Did you say him yet?
No, I think he would definitely qualify.
LL Cool J.
Yeah, LL Cool J.
Ladies love Cool
James.
That's what it was.
You forgot.
I just do the ladies love. Thank you, Kevin, for the assist.
You're welcome. I got you. What about Common, the rapper?
Yes.
He's a suave-looking dude.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a good little style on him. Let me see. Yeah, you said Tyrese Gibson. Okay, I think we pretty much got him, right? Pitbull, does he make top 5 hottest bald celebrities? He's not number 1. Sorry,
I mean, maybe we'll put him in the top 10.
Okay, top 10.
We can't get no love for Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins? Yeah. No love?
I'll put Pitbull higher. Now, one thing that Pitbull is doing, I don't know if you've seen, but he's got a couple of schools in South Florida. It's at SLAM. I know there's one in West Palm Beach. I believe he has one in Miami as well.
Okay.
They're going to be teaming up with AI company Digital DNA Labs to create a new civics education program where students can interact with AI versions of America's founding fathers.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Yeah, they say the lessons are designed to feel like a live FaceTime conversation with historical figures like George Washington.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody's going to program George Washington to say some horrific things. I mean, you got to be careful when it comes to this stuff because it's going to get real looking and people are not going to know the difference. And all of a sudden, George Washington starts saying this insane stuff.
Right. Well, I think that's the big question. How much control do you have of the AI and keeping it from hackers? You know, hopefully you will be able to rein it in so that you won't have those kind of problems.
No, you're right. Hackers never find a way to get through. I mean, I'm not kidding. I've had 7 hackers text me today during the show.
So this is one of the debates. And look, Miami is kind of leading the nation right now when it comes to AI education. And Pitbull is kind of playing right into it.
And
so
Miami leads in fraud and hackers, too.
That's true, yes. It's all just a perfect mix, right?
It's good and bad.
Yes. 70% of Americans failed a basic civics quiz. That's why they say it is needed, because they're just not getting that kind of education, and we need to put a little bit more priority on it. And they feel like the students will be more engaged if they're interacting with our founding fathers.
The world's lost their mind, and that's coming from a man who has lost his mind.
Okay.
Years ago.
Takes one to know one.
Exactly. But I've always been saying it, Virginia, since you've known me. The robots are coming. The robots are coming.
The robots are here.
They are here.
Yeah.
And people think I'm a dinosaur, and I'm okay with that. Label me the old dinosaur if you shall. But robots are coming, and they're bringing hell with them.
Damn.
Now, if you do go to the Pitbull show tonight at I Think Financial Amphitheater, will you watch the entire thing? Will you record part of it? Do you do a mix? What is your take on it? Well, now they're saying there is a science behind people who actually record concerts.
Capturing the moment is part of how we have learned to express excitement and manage emotions that can be overwhelming. The capturing of those feelings has become part of how we experience the feelings themselves. Generating photographic evidence is one of the ways we manage to isolate our experiences in the torrent of immediacy that surrounds us. It's what makes things feel more real, whether in the capturing or in the sharing. Even if we don't share a photo, we see it as a commodity that could be shared, that would be received in a certain way. That's part of what determines the value of the photograph and, in turn, the experience.
Yeah, thanks, sweetie. But also, some of us are drunk at the concert, and we want to be able to remember the moment later and go back to our phone.
And guess what? When you're drunk at a concert, you forget you take those pictures until 7 months later when you're going through your phone. Go, oh, that's right. We went to the Bare Naked Ladies concert. I forgot about that.
I've gone back in my phone at least 10 times and watched the T-Pain show from Jazz Fest that I was at. I was very tipsy for T-Pain, but I'm so happy I did that because those moments are there on my phone, and I love going back and singing along.
I think I took about 43 pictures of the Bare Naked Ladies concert, Kevin. I have not gone back once to look at them.
You have not, okay. Yeah, I think this is, again, where somebody's trying to simplify something. So I asked, when you go to a concert, do you? Now, nobody records the whole thing. And 22% say they never record, but 78% say they do a mix, which is what I do. I try to get a little bit of the song, and I like putting together little video montages because I do go back and watch it as a quick little memory. It'll be like a minute-long video with some of the best hooks from the concert, and I enjoy putting that part of it together. And I feel like I remember it. I've got the memories. It's not enough where I'm unplugged.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying 75 to 80% of the concert, but I record the other 20 for a montage later.
The thing I don't like, and it's because you're fighting the machine that you're not going to win. I don't like when a person that's performing at a concert starts to pretty much scold the audience for not put your phones down, man. Live in the moment.
You can do both.
I get it. I understand your message. And to a certain degree, I really do agree with you. But good luck trying to get everyone to go along with that message.
Hey, douchebag with the mic, I bought this phone. I bought this ticket.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want.
Today's not the day for a lecture. I
No.
get that from my family and from my loved ones.
Stop it with the, I'm going to preach to the crowd. Like, shut up.
Yeah, Adam Levine, or Adam, what's his name? Adam,
Levine.
Yeah, Adam Levine. I don't need your lecture.
Adam Levine.
His new name's Adam Levine.
Yeah, in Chicago, Lulu said, I definitely got lots of videos of BSB at the Sphere. Like, if I'm going to the Sphere and just to see that, to show people and to remember that, I'm going to do some video of that. It makes sense.
You paid $300 for that ticket, probably minimum.
Yeah, I don't like the shaming of people that are recording a bit. Let them do what they want to do. They bought a ticket.
Exactly.
I forget what country artist was. I think it was. Is Lambert the one that's always all sassy, calling everybody out? Melissa or Marissa Lambert?
Miranda Lambert.
I'm great at the names.
You are really failing the celebrity quiz game today. Wow, I don't think you've gotten one right.
Melissa Lambert, you know what I'm talking about.
She's on Little House on the Prairie.
There was like 5 girls dancing, and they were doing, just a little video, and she stopped her song and said, "Y'all, you're gonna come to my concert, and you're gonna pay my prices to my ticket. Put your phone down and watch the show, please." And it's like, Lambert, Melissa, whatever your name is, just let them. Who cares? There's other people watching.
Yeah.
I bought this phone. I bought this ticket. Shut up, Melissa.
When you leave your house, Melissa Lambert, not everything's gonna go your way.
Joe said, just imagine being an artist and seeing a sea of phone zombies every night. You'd be jaded too. And I think they're just looking at it the wrong way.
They are looking at it the wrong way.
They're likely going to be sharing this video, which helps market your career, and they're going to remember you. It's a keepsake from them, and it means something to them. The fact that you mean enough for them to record it should be a blessing. You're looking at it the wrong way.
You know who I don't record? Shows that I don't care about.
I've gone to see cover bands. I don't record them.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, too, the culture has changed. A concert in 1988 is different than a concert in 2026.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Be careful how holier than thou you are when you're on your stage talking to your biggest fans that love and adore you. Don't insult them, Melissa.
Although my favorite thing, though, it really is when Justin Bieber yells at his fans when they're singing too loud. It's pretty funny.
Dude.
So we talk about technology, and it does make life more simple, but there are a lot of downsides to it. We talk about how it's rotting out our brain, destroying our attention span, affecting our mental health.
Ruining concerts, Kevin.
I know, the latest. So have we truly upgraded, or could some of these pieces of technology actually be a downgrade to the enjoyment and how it has affected our society and lives? Now, if you had to choose a smartphone over a flip phone, is that truly an upgrade or is that a downgrade?
To downgrade. I do too much on my smartphone, whether it's filming, editing. It's almost like a second computer to my work. And if I had to go to a flip phone, guess what? You're not getting much work out of me.
Yeah, to me, the smartphone's the upgrade.
It's an upgrade.
It's the upgrade, yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, what about a CD, cassette, or an album? The way you used to listen to music compared to a digital playlist like you do today on your Apple Music. Do you think it is an upgrade or a downgrade? Because a lot of Gen Z now is going back to the old tech.
I think the digital is an upgrade.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't really understand this retreat back to the analog media.
It's just fighting the whatever my parents like, I'm going to like the opposite.
I disagree. I think you guys are not huge collectible people, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a knock, but there is definitely a type of person that likes physical things in their hands, whether it be a record or a CD player or a CD, and those are people who really like to collect things. And it also adds as furniture for people that, you may put a picture up on your wall or somebody will take an old, piece of furniture and make it into a CD piece of art.
Yeah.
So it can be furniture as well.
I used to frame a lot of my old albums, and it is cool. I do like the album artwork, but I think you can still have both. But yeah, I do understand a bit of the argument, but for me, I prefer the digital playlist over what I used to have to deal with.
It's just so much more turnkey.
Yeah.
And I'm just too busy to go dig through albums and CDs and then find the one I like.
I don't know. Anytime when I'm healthy and I take a jog, when I run, I like to take my record player and jog with it.
Yeah.
You're right. I think it's all great until you have to go out in public and listen to some music.
But that being said, it can still be an upgrade. And I like the sound quality of a record better.
So if you're having people over, you're having a peaceful night, it's like a little event. You get to put the record on. You are just guzzling brandy. It's a fun night.
Just guzzling.
Yeah.
Now, do you think this is an upgrade or a downgrade? Watching and streaming movies at home or going to the movie theater?
To me, I think it's lost some magic. And I think you need magic and whimsy when it comes to your programming. And everything is so turnkey and so on demand. And when something's that easy for a human to get, it does lose a little bit of the whimsy. And I do like going to the theater. I like it being an event. I like getting excited. Man, it gets to a point where it's not special anymore. Oh, let me hear it on demand so I can watch it on my couch. And I get it. You're making your house cozy, but it does lose a little bit of the magic for the bird.
If it's a big movie to you, like a production that you're really excited about and you want to go see it in the opening week, there's something special about going to the theater.
Yes. Now, there's some things where I go, hell no, I'm not going to the theater for that. I'm glad it's on demand. But yeah, if there's something that's big and special, I like putting on my Sunday best pizza outfit and going to the movie theater.
So what about having to go to a Blockbuster versus streaming? That's clearly an upgrade, would you say?
Clearly.
Yeah.
I loved going to Blockbuster. I love Blockbuster, but all right.
Now, one of the few things on this list that to me I would say is a downgrade is board games versus games on your phone. And the reason why I would say that is board games are communal and brings people together. A phone game isolates you and puts you in your own world.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of people playing video games by themselves when you're trying to hang out with them. Because guess what? You're not hanging out with them.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And they will always pick Pikachu over you.
What do you think if you're talking about online shopping compared to having to go to the mall? Is that an upgrade that we can now do all of our shopping if we want online, even for clothes?
It's such an upgrade.
It's such an upgrade, you think?
I mean, I really do love the convenience of it, but you're going to be returning about 30% of your purchases because they don't fit right. When you go to the mall and you try stuff on, it's a different experience, but the convenience to me far outweighs.
But for that reason that you had said, and I also like to just try things on, see how they fit my body, I am still stuck in the old way. I don't think it's an upgrade.
Well, I like it too because when you go in person, you're able to finagle deals with people as well. Especially me and Denny's went into a GameStop and they had all these items, and they were able to say, you know what? I'll take $15 off of it if you buy it right now. And you're not going to always get that on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So
No, you're right. The price is the price.
No, if you find a place where you get clothes online and they fit and you like that brand, online's not bad because you know those dresses will fit you.
Right.
Did we upgrade when we went to digital tickets over the paper ones? Now, I will tell you, it's a caveat. I think it should, in theory, be better. But with passwords and everything else, I've had some struggles with digital tickets sometimes, and it can be infuriating because you think you've lost your ticket. But when you lose a paper ticket, you actually lose the ticket. And it is gone forever. With a digital ticket, you have a prayer that maybe you can get it back. So I think it's a slight upgrade, but though it does bring a lot of frustrations.
It does.
Is. No, I love leaving a plane ticket at a kiosk. No, give me the digital.
Yeah. What about handwritten letters versus social media direct messages? If you want to thank somebody for a gift that they brought to you, would you say that it's better that we can just send you a quick direct message on social media, or is a handwritten letter? Have we actually downgraded with new technology?
I think it's a downgrade. If it's a significant gift, there needs to be a handwritten thank you note.
I'm a big fan. If it's a matters of the heart situation, man, write it on a piece of paper. Let someone know you took the time. You probably had to write 3 different versions of it because you could not read the first 2 because they were not legible.
Yeah.
But that's just you.
That is just me.
And using cash over tap to pay. Did we upgrade, or is it a worse experience?
I go into stores now with cash, and they go, sorry, can't take your cash. And I'm going, did I just walk into the Twilight Zone?
Yeah. I will tell you,
it's weird.
It's weird.
I was leaning, and probably a little while ago, I would have said easily the tap to pay. We have so much problems with our account. Even what had happened was a week or so ago, I went to a all Latino sports bar with my father-in-law, and I tried to pay. and it was like going, gringos shouldn't be here. And so it flagged to my bank, which sent to my wife, and I couldn't pay because they're like, this is abnormal. This gringos should not be in Latino sports
But he's
bars.
with his 100% Mexican father-in-law.
But you couldn't explain that to the algorithm that wouldn't let me pay because they said this is clearly a fraud.
That happened to me on my debit card. I bought something for $110. It flagged my card, and it didn't tell me that it shut my card off. So when I would go to a store to buy something, they go, your card is not working. It's declined. Then I'd look at my account and I go, no,
I don't understand.
Now I'm in this like defensive talk.
Yeah.
Look, I swear I've got money right here.
I swear I'm not broke.
Right.
Yes.
I've changed my tune on this because, man, I have gotten de-pants so many times right there at the cashier with so many items. And I think we have downgraded when it comes to tap to pay.
There was one time I had so many groceries and there was 2 KVJ Nationers behind me. We're having the best conversation. They're behind me. We're laughing. I get to pay. Sir, your card is declined. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing.
They told 20 people, Jbird's broke.
And they should have.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Got some fun threads here. One where Davey reacts to all this UAP stuff that dropped on Friday, and when he gets vocal, people snap back. I'll play the role of Davey here today. We'll have Virginia playing the role of Carter. Bird, you can be Vance, and then Denny's, you're going to be Gomez.
This is a real thing, by the way, where there are people who are mad about people like myself who are very vocal about UAPs. They do not like it.
They don't.
They still do the whole, go put your tinfoil hat on, you idiot. Like, all right. Okay.
Well, let's see what Davey has to say here. He said, you alien and UAP believers need a psychic evaluation. I've seen so many dumb people talking out their ass. You're all losers, and you need to get on your meds. UFOs are not real, morons.
Here comes Vance. October 3rd, 1982, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A craft landed on my farm with an alien walking out. You can take your cynicism and wipe your butt with it. Aliens are real, bro.
Let me guess here, Vance. The alien talked to you telepathically and told you how bad technology is. Sounds like these aliens are a bunch of overreacting liberals. Of course, them aliens are Democrats. Well, I can tell who you voted for, Vance. SMH.
I agree, Davey, because I was touched on my booty by a gray alien.
Yep.
I know, it sounds weird. You think I'm lying, but I'm not. The weird thing is, I didn't entirely hate it. Ow! True story. I grew up in Missouri. I am not lying. The memory is very vivid.
March 12th, 1988, an alien entered my room and touched my entire body. I felt peace, arousal, and emotional clarity.
Yes.
It was a sensational feeling, and I pray it happens again.
Yes.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Aliens are not real. All the booty touching and erotic moments are from you freak shows, doing drugs, and watching that pornography. Y'all need church, not aliens' fantasies. Any creature that wants to invade your butt seems like a demon to me. Just saying.
I saw 3 aliens having a sex party in the deserts of Wyoming. However, I was on Molly and a ton of mushrooms and a ton of caffeine pills, plus some tequila. Either way, though, it was real, and I know what I saw. They have sexual encounters differently from humans.
Gomez, that sounds like a great party.
Man, I want to go.
I don't think it's cool to judge me just because I had a fun butt encounter with an alien. It does not make me a pervert. It just makes me spiritual. I'm just saying I liked it. So what? At least I'm being honest.
No judgment here, bruh. That experience sounds like fire.
Yeah.
I'd let an alien explore my body. We're all one. The quicker they realize that, the quicker we will all have peace on Earth.
Amen.
Gomez sounds like he was down.
He loves it.
Oh, we got another thread here with Andrea, who is calling out a person who does not wash their hands after they go number 2 in the woman's bathroom.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Why are
boy.
all y'all ladies so nasty, Virginia?
And Kevin, they talk too.
Oh, geez.
They talk in the hallway.
Terrible.
Ladies gossip?
They do.
I know, wild, huh? We'll let Virginia defend her gender by playing the role of Andrea. I will be Frank. Bird, you can be Evan, and Denny's is going to be Carla.
Oh, good. Me and Denny's get to be the 2 girls.
The 2 chicks, yeah. Talking about how y'all don't be washing them hands after your dumps.
I am going to call out the person who does not wash their hands after they go number 2 in the women's bathroom. You handle food for people in the office. This is absolutely disgusting. If you're reading this and you know it's you, make an adjustment soon before everybody knows your poopy, dirty secret. This is my warning to you.
Girl, I'm glad you said something because I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about. It's disgusting, and the fact that I saw her mixing coleslaw without any types of glove on, makes me want to vomit. Ugh. I used to eat her food all the time until I found out she doesn't wash her hands, and she made beef stew. I can't take it anymore. This is disgusting. I say call her out.
Yeah, you guys just can't drop a blind item like that and not give us a few names. I want to know who is handling our food and who's not washing their hands. I should not have to eat fecal beef stew when I go to work.
Fecal beefle.
This is not right. I want answers and I want a name, and if not, I'm going right to HR.
I stand with Frank. I will absolutely make a complaint to HR as well. I'm sorry, but I don't think it's too much to ask for me to eat beef stew without worrying about fecal matter being inside it. This is wrong, and this is the kind of stuff lawsuits are born from.
I am so glad to lead the charge on this matter. Yes, I will be the Aaron Brockovich of our office. We work too hard for us to eat crap in our food. If you're going to use the bathroom and go number 2, you have to wash your hands, especially if you're handling our meat, and it's not just the beef stew. Guys, I know for a fact she's also handled burritos after taking a huge poo.
Burritos? What?
Yeah, burritos.
man.
Yeah. This is not American. This is third world country stuff.
Andrea is the hero we didn't know we needed.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking on this fight. We support you in solidarity. If you go and you lead the charge, we will be right behind you with the loudest voices and the biggest support. It's about time we get clean food around here, and I don't think it's that much to ask that we don't have to eat poo stew.
Look, I say we don't even bother with any of this stuff. Let's go old school. Let's go to the boss and get her ass fired. I don't want gross people working here serving us. I know salmonella is nothing I want in my future. We all know who you're talking about. Just call her out so we can get her fired. I don't care that she's got 5 kids and she's a single mom.
Uh-oh. Well, that makes it clear.
I don't care at all.
Oh, man. It's not my fault. I'm sorry to be so cold, but I'm sick of eating poop meals.
These people want her gone.
They don't like the poo stew. Yeah. They don't like the poo stew. Thank y'all. Nice representation there.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. Ha, 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 ha. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
All right, a little comedy time. We're going to be the joke jury to tell Denny's which jokes are not landing and which ones are. So what do you got for us today, Denny's?
Just to let you know real quick, Kep, I have a sack of rotten tomatoes, too. If they don't land, guess what? Right in the kisser.
Oh, my.
Wow.
No pressure, Denny's.
Yeah.
He's sitting right next to you.
I would never do that. I would actually start crying if I ever hurt Denny's like that.
That'd be an interesting thing to watch, wouldn't it?
Hasn't his son, hasn't his son hurt him
in the face
enough?
with tomatoes as he's just weeping.
So sad.
Like, what is this weird thing?
It's so weird it doesn't go viral.
It's just so disturbing, and it just shakes you. You're like, I don't even know what this is. Is this a think piece?
Well, there's a little bit of a theme just because it's been so much in the news. UAPs and aliens.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Got
these
a
are all
little bit
gonna
of a
have
theme again here today.
Kind of that theme to them.
Okay.
All right, first joke. What did the guy on roids say to the shooting star?
I don't know. What did the guy on roids say to the shooting star?
Come at me, bro. Like comment.
Yeah, comment. Okay. Come at me.
Second joke. Which spacecraft does NASA send if they want to say sorry?
I don't know. What spacecraft do they send if they want to say sorry?
Apollo G.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a thinker.
It is a little bit of a thinker, yeah.
Third joke. What do redneck aliens use to abduct people?
I don't know. What do redneck aliens use to abduct people?
A tractor beam.
Okay. Smart.
Fourth joke. What happened when the aliens went to the Amish village?
I don't know what happened when the aliens went to the Amish village.
They got Marshunned. They got
Shun.
All right.
It's tough.
That's absolutely terrible, Dennis. Offensive to the Amish and to aliens.
And final joke. What type of woman only sleeps with men who own a spacecraft?
Oh, what type of woman does that?
A UFO.
Okay, yeah, baby. That's right. Put another probe in me. All right, very nice.
Marshunned.
Marshunned? What are you talking about?
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my favorite closet people, closetsbydesign.com. When I saw them all affectionate together at a charity event for Mother's Day, I was like, oh my gosh, look. Cardi B and Stephon Diggs have put the drama behind them and they are back together. How exciting. And then this morning, I watched a video of her screaming at him outside of a coffee shop and gym. He's just kind of standing there leaning against the car with his arms crossed, and she is just yelling and screaming.
If people tune in right now, just right now, they're going to think we are doing a replay show.
Right.
She was overheard saying, and I quote, "That bitch is messy." You can bet she's probably talking about one of his other baby mamas who is trying to get his attention and may or may not be younger and hotter than Cardi. I think that would maybe elicit that sort of response.
Just, maybe go stop giving Cardi B advice, Bird. It's just, she's not going to take it.
She's obviously not listening to you.
She's not going to take it.
Well, when you're a complicated mess and you got two people trying to be in a relationship together, how would that ever work?
Well, it can't, because if you're a mess yourself, good luck trying to get involved with somebody else.
No, I mean, she needs to get herself tidy. She got a lot of loose ends right now.
Well, she did offer some explanation afterwards because, of course, somebody videoed the fight of them having this heated fight and like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And then they posted it, and then all kinds of people were commenting. The video went viral. And so Cardi commented, and she said, "Sometimes I forget I'm a celebrity. Damn, y'all. Ain't never cussed your baby daddy out when you were hungry?"
What? Wow.
It's hilarious.
She's got a brand, and she sticks with her brand, and the people who love Cardi B are going to like what she puts out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, all the chaos makes her life entertaining to watch.
It does.
I think it'd be very tiring to live, but,
if you're a Cardi B fan, you want this content.
You're right.
But not everyone's a Cardi B fan, so.
Well, Netflix is going to be doing a reality show that I am excited about, following Nick Cannon and his 12 kids with 6 different mothers. Now, they're saying you're going to see it all, the chaos, the fights, the drama, and the heartfelt moments.
Hold on. All right. Who's producing this?
Netflix.
Okay. Who's got their name attached to it? Does Nick Cannon have anything to do with having his a name and being part of the production of this?
I mean, you know he does.
And we call this a puff piece. This is not, you're not going to get the real Nick Cannon drama story that you want.
I want the real. I want the drama. I want the unfiltered commentary from the 6 different baby mamas. Please give us that.
See, I think what happened at first, he was flaunting all this and getting press, and he didn't care. And then people started turning on him, saying you're acting irresponsible. And I think he's trying to do damage control.
Well, I think he grew up a little bit too, and the reality hit him when he realized, what have I done? I have 12 kids.
Yeah.
I can't even see all of them. I can't even be a dad that they need.
Yeah, it's not like they're under one roof. You know, that could be different, and, you know, then you could do it. But, yeah, but they're spread out everywhere. And the fact that in multiple interviews now he can't even name his kids. I mean, just because you can make kids doesn't mean you can parent them.
And let's be honest, how long can Wild 'N Out go for? I mean, we're on.
I saw him on stage.
Season 41 now.
He's like a middle-aged man battle rapping kids.
Kevin, that show has been around since I was a very young adult.
And finally, here, a scary moment. Did you see the video from CBS Evening News? A cameraman suffered a medical emergency last night in the middle of the show live. Oh, my goodness.
We will hear a lot about American decline and the rise of a powerful new China. The Chinese certainly, is he okay? We're going to take a quick break. We have a medical emergency here. We're calling a doctor.
Can you call a doctor, please?
So I'm going to sign off for Tony DeCopo, who's been reporting in Taiwan. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
We can't go to commercials. It's sweeps week. Stretch.
Oh, he dropped dead right during the Chinese report? Was it the Chinese?
Wait, dead or did he drop dead or did he just have a heart attack?
They didn't know in the moment. They're like, oh, Lord.
Well, what's the report? Did he die or not?
I don't have an update.
You just killed him.
He's dead.
What a
over here.
twist.
I can't make.
I'm like, I didn't hear that part. That's insane.
I can't make jokes if he died. I can make jokes if he's alive and he's okay. I need to know this
You
detail.
just kill. Is he dead?
I don't know. Let me look and see if they posted an update.
Could you just sound like it was a fact?
Could you imagine watching a news broadcast?
Imagine somebody from his family's listening, like, oh my gosh, he died.
And the anchor goes, and he had a heart attack. And is he dead? We don't know. We are not sure. We did not do any kind of fact work.
We just kill people and don't have any kind of confirmation?
Well,
he fell out. We know that.
It says not fatal. Thank God.
Okay, all
thank
right.
goodness.
Goodness. All right, I don't feel as guilty now.
Yeah. He suffered an apparent medical emergency. Yeah,
Okay.
thank goodness. Okay.
Thank goodness.
That's happened though. There are stories where somebody does die on stage, and it takes kind of a good 2 minutes for people to realize, oh, wait a minute, this is not a joke. This is real life, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll send you a link tonight.
2 minutes is too long.
You will not be able to sleep after you watch this.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay. All right. Well, people are saying we got to play the Virginia's Wrong song. Unfortunately, I can't figure out where it is.
What's she wrong about?
That he
She
died.
just killed a guy. I mean, I don't know. That feels kind of wrong to me.
I forgot it.
He could still die.
Yeah. Kevin, it was so wrong that I blocked it out.
Okay, I believe we've got your request right here.
Shopping incorrect all day long, so it's time for another round of Virginia is wrong. She's been wrong since the break of dawn, going on and on way too long. Oh, Virginia is wrong.
You can suck it.
Especially the guy that didn't die. Okay, so do we have a makeup or a breakup here? What would you do in this situation? Because they say my fiance waited way too long to disclose this. In the email, it says, my fiance and I were watching a show where a woman got an abortion without telling her partner. In the episode, the boyfriend didn't even know that she was pregnant. She found out at the doctor and scheduled the abortion on her own. And while we were watching, I said, I didn't think that was fair to the guy. And that's when my fiance pushed back on me and then dropped something that completely caught me off guard. She admitted that in her early and mid-20s, she had 2 abortions with 2 different partners and never told either of them. Hearing that hit me hard. I got upset. Not because of the abortions themselves, but because she never shared that part of her past with me. I feel like something that significant should come up before getting engaged. And now she's saying it was her personal business and that I have no right to feel betrayed. But I do. And if I'm being honest, it's also turned me off a bit. Am I wrong for feeling this way, or is this truly something she had no obligation to tell me?
Go on.
I think you should talk about this with her and, moving forward, see if she thinks that was a mistake or if she feels like, she might do it again in the future and you would never know either way.
I would be absolutely heartbroken if I found out someone was pregnant, they never told me, and then had an abortion. Not even a conversation, not even a talk. I don't even know about that. Whether you call me wrong, whether you call me right, that's just how I would feel. I would feel devastated if I didn't know about that.
Well, it questions what might happen in your relationship because she doesn't believe in full disclosure when she is with somebody, and that is concerning. Now, how you do or don't feel about the abortions and what she did, that could be an issue as well. And if you're going to marry somebody, one, you want to know that you're marrying somebody that's going to be forthcoming with you, and when they've got a tough thing to discuss, they're not going to make big decisions on their own and keep it a secret from you. So to me, that would be an out right then and there. And it's about how she feels now. If she was like very apologetic, you'd be like going, I was so young and dumb, I can't believe I didn't tell them, man, I learned, that was just terrible. If she had that approach, then maybe like, all right, she's learned from her mistakes. But if she doubles down and she's like, I did the right thing and that was my right and it was my choice and blah, 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 I'd be like, well, for me personally, I'd be like, I disagree with that. I think that should have been a group decision.
I think there's some kind of misconception that some dudes are just, okay, whatever you got to do, I'm cool with it. There are men out there that would be devastated because that's a kid that they helped produce.
Absolutely.
We can't act like a man can't have feelings and emotions about something like that.
By marrying somebody, you want it to be a partnership. You really do. You want to have a say in the things that are going on. And if you're entering a relationship realizing that she's going to make a lot of decisions on her own and will not even confer with you,
that's it. That's the part of it. The important stuff, you want to know that she's going to let you be a part of it.
Yeah. So if she's doubling down on that now and she would do it again, then yeah, you got to.
I don't care that she even doubled down on it. I think what she did was not a very cool thing, and it's heartbreaking.
Sure, absolutely.
I don't need a second time for that one.
Well, the question is, did she learn from it? Does she regret her decisions?
Yeah, you could say that about anything that people do to anybody. Did you learn from it? Doesn't mean the hurt doesn't still stay or linger or bother you.
Look, it's a conversation that you should probably have with her because you're expressing that it's making you upset. And you got to deal with these things before you get married to somebody. You got to make sure you're on the same page and that you care about the same things. And if she's like, no, my body, my choice completely, don't have to tell you nothing, even if you're my husband, that might not be the girl for you.
This isn't like I left the pizza at the restaurant and forgot it. This is a matters of the heart situation, and it should be treated like a matters of the heart situation.
Absolutely. You can give us your thoughts. Is that a makeup or a breakup for you? And this email wants to know if they need to be contesting their girlfriend's wine drinking. Apparently, when she gunks down the beverage, she becomes a completely different person, getting all touchy and flirty and way too comfortable with other people.
Well, let's not judge her.
Okay.
Oh, I've already heard enough. This is a no for me, dog.
When there are other hot guys around, there are lingering touches, and she's laughing too hard at their jokes. Even my friends have kind of noticed, and last weekend at a party, she told my buddy, if I met you before him, things would be so much different.
Oh, that's not good.
I asked her about it. He then asked her about it, and she's like, did I say that? And he's like, yeah, you did. Now, I don't think she's cheating, but it's embarrassing, and it's happening more often. I find it'd be very disrespectful.
Some people have a tough time admitting they have an alcohol problem because I think sometimes in their head, they think an alcohol problem is you're screaming and throwing things off the wall and punching people. And alcohol issues show its ugly face in many forms. And I've seen it happen where someone starts drinking and they get all weird and flirty and odd. And that's a form of themselves being completely different because they've got spirits going through their system. And then they'll act like, oh no, I haven't changed. It was just my 5th bottle of wine. It did nothing to me.
Yeah.
You're insecure. I can't, hug on a few guys?
Oh my gosh, you are so insecure. All I was doing was necking with Jake. Give me a break.
He told her, he's like, you need to stop drinking wine. I'm tired of going out and being embarrassed. And she's like, don't try to control me. And that's all I had to hear.
My bottle, my choice.
Yeah.
You may not be right for each other.
Well, both these emails are people that want to be uncooperative and they want it completely their way in the relationship, and they're not taking the considerations of their partners into their decision making. And if you're not going to do that, that's not a relationship, and don't be in those kind of relationships.
You do have to compromise on stuff. If not, it's not going to work.
Don't be in relationships that somebody does not care about your feelings whatsoever.
It won't work long term.
No,
Stay single.
It's fun in the beginning if she's really hot, and you put up with a lot if she's really hot. But then if you're thinking about settling down and you see things that are just blatantly horrible and disrespectful, that's not the girl you marry.
Also, too, it's embarrassing to the point you have other outside forces coming to you to let you know, hey, your girl's drinking and it's weird. So you're not imagining things. And sometimes people like to act like it's all in your head.
Yeah.
It's all in your head.
Right. All right. Can you answer like a majority of the KVJ show? We're going to put it to the test here in a thing we call majority rule. Okay. First thing I need to know from you guys is, what is something that traditionally makes people nervous? Something that traditionally makes people nervous. I'm going to go with a dentist appointment or cavity filling, basically. People get nervous about having to go in there and get that dental work. What do you think over there, Virginia? What'd you write down?
I put, because I see both my kids going through it, taking a test.
Okay. All right. Jbird?
Being watched by a peeping Tom.
Makes you nervous.
Well, we had a lot of them as a kid. I'm bringing my own truth into this.
Okay. And Denny's?
I put doctors.
Doctors.
Yeah, I tell you what, bedside manner is such a lost art. If you are a doctor that's got bedside manner, God bless you, my friend.
Mm-hmm. I guess a doctor's not a dentist. Close, but I feel like we just kind of missed that one just by a hair.
We're getting warmed up.
We're warming up. Let's not even count that one.
Okay, what is something that people do at the gym? What is something that people do at the gym? Okay. What did you put down, Virginia?
I put take selfies.
Okay. Yeah, they do. Jbird?
I put be an annoying influencer. Which is kind of the same thing, really. I mean, sort of.
Okay. It's kind of like Dr. Dentist. Denny's?
I put squats.
Squats. Okay, I went running on the treadmill.
You did a lot of squats in your workout time?
Oh, yeah.
Did you fart a lot?
No.
Okay. It just seems like a very farty exercise.
No, it's kind of a wind-removing pose, but yeah.
All right.
Luckily, yeah, no big farts. Thankfully.
He did poop himself one time, though.
Well, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
But that was a leg machine, right?
That was kind of the same motion, using the same muscles. Yeah.
I don't think that was that stupid of a question.
Okay, what is something people do but won't admit? Something people do but they won't admit. Jbird, you start us off on this round. What did you put down here?
Flick boogers in the car and not admit it.
Okay.
Although I don't do that, so I don't know why I said that.
Damn, I almost put boogers. I put fart.
Oh, okay. People won't admit that. I put self-love.
I mean, admit it. Explore yourself. It's healthy. Doctors say go for it.
I think some people are like, no, not me.
Back in the day, that was like that. You're like, oh, I never do that stuff. And then you got to an age where like, I did it 9 times today, boys.
Okay. All right. Virginia, what did you write down?
Fart.
Oh, we got a match.
So when you're alone by yourself and no one is at the house and you're just sitting on the couch, Virginia, do you just like lift a leg and let it rip?
I don't think I would even bother to lift a leg. It's too much exercise.
I had a family member, the only way they could fart was lift their leg up like a frog, and that's how they could fart. And if they didn't lift their leg, they couldn't fart. Really?
Some people in my family do that. I think they do it for effect and dramatization. And they do it for the sound quality. They want to make sure you get to hear it.
That it rips.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're farting right into your fabric, right?
Okay, what is a reason someone cries? What is a reason that someone cries? We'll see if we can get a match on our answers here. I'll start off this round and say death. Death makes people cry. Virginia?
I put because someone died, specifically a CBS camera man.
Oh, yeah.
Did not die.
He's actually alive.
Virginia tried to make him die, but yeah.
You don't know that he's not going to die.
There's still time.
Well, eventually in life he will die. At some point he is going to die.
There's still time.
Don't worry,
Who knows what could happen?
You'll get your redemption. Don't worry.
One of these days you can say, finally that guy died. All right. So your answer, Virginia?
Yeah, someone died.
Okay. Jbird.
I was trying to bring a full circle. Someone farting on you because we just talked farts.
And that makes you cry?
Have someone sit on you and fart on your face. Tell me there's not tears involved.
All right, I'll do it.
No, we got to ask permission from your husband. Kevin's going to have to fart on him.
Kevin's going to have to fart
He'll
on
do a
me.
squat over
You're
him.
right. Kevin, fart on him.
He'll do a squat.
Squat fart.
And Denny's.
I put death.
Death.
Too easy.
Okay. All right. So I
Right.
get a point. Virginia and Denny's does as well. If you hadn't put that, Virginia would have gotten the win there, Denny's.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is something you do before bed then? See if we get a match on that. All right, Virginia, you start this round. What do you got?
I fight with my kid every night about it just to make sure it's been done. Brush teeth.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, it's so difficult.
Bird?
I'm trying to keep it clean. Tug it.
Yeah, okay. Denny's?
I was trying to keep it clean as well. I put tug it.
Wow, and I put brush teeth, so we got a block.
Could you tug it and brush teeth at the same time?
Well, I guess me and Denny's have a homework assignment.
It's like trying to rub your tummy and pat your head.
Make a video, Denny.
I'm not. There's no way I could do that. There's no way.
Give it a try.
No, because there'll be Colgate in places where Colgate should not go.
And then what is something you do first thing in the morning?
I mean,
Okay, Jbird.
I don't want to sound like a repeated.
But
I put tug it.
I also wasn't trying to sound like a repeating, but I put tug it.
Let's see if we get the same answers. I put brush teeth. Virginia?
so did I.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, all
Once
right.
again.
All right, so we know what priorities that we got here on this show.
We got to gather ourselves.
I don't remember seeing those in the Get Ready With Me videos from YouTube.
Look, we're all different kind of creatures around here.
What is a way to waste time? Way to waste time. Okay.
If you put tug it again.
All right, I'm crossing it out.
We're crossing
We're
it
gonna
out.
we're gonna keep a clean
We're
game.
crossing it out.
Keep a clean game.
All right, what do you got over there, Denny's?
I put social media.
Okay, I guess that's kind of the same things. I put scrolling. You do that through social media. Virginia?
I put scrolling as well.
And Jbird?
I put doing bits on the radio about tugging it.
All right. Well, we're going to have a match, but a tie. All right, there you go. All right, a lot of tugging it today.
So much tuggy tug.
And brushing teeth. So.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people are mad.
20-year-old Dalton Hubbard was arrested after leading police on a high-speed chase earlier this month in Pasco County, Florida. They clocked him doing 120 miles an hour.
Damn, Dalton.
All while dressed as a bunny.
Was he headed to an Easter celebration?
You'd think maybe he was, yeah.
He had to hide them eggs.
Crazy thing about it, he wasn't in a full rabbit suit, though. It was just kind of like some elaborate helmet, which had giant plush ears, blue eyes, and a pink nose. It actually looked pretty bizarre.
Was he making a video for social media?
If anything's weird going on, you have to ask yourself, okay, who's filming right now?
And then if he was, and he was going that fast, and he was encouraging other people with copycat behaviors as they are, he should get more punishment because he was videoing himself breaking the law.
I agree.
120 miles an hour?
Yeah, 120 miles an hour.
You go to jail for that. If you double the speed limit, you can kill somebody. Your car or your vehicle's a weapon at that point.
It's called super speeder.
It is,
I know
yeah.
because my girlfriend just got one of these tickets.
Did she really? How fast is she going?
Well, she was trying to pass somebody that was going really slow.
Yeah.
So I think she was going like 100.
And she passed a sheriff. That's who was going slow.
I mean, if somebody's going really slow, do you have to get your car to 100 to fully get by them?
She wanted to clear them. Look, she'll tell you it was bad judgment.
She was trying to go back to November 5th, 1955.
I just want to know what speed they were driving. She's saying they were driving so slow that you need to get around them safely at 100 miles an hour.
You have to talk to her. Maybe it was 98.
Her name's Marty McFly.
Yeah. She's going so fast. She's going like 92 miles an hour.
Kev, it wasn't her fault.
Yeah, I couldn't get around that bitch. Yeah, this guy's now charged with reckless driving, felony fleeing, and eluding law enforcement, speeding more than 50 miles per hour over the limit, and having a weapon during the commission of a felony.
Oh, no. They got you on everything.
Yeah, they did. Well, they got a woman who is in custody now after deputies say she stole a Red Bull box truck in Tampa and led law enforcement on a multi-county pursuit.
She took a giant Red Bull truck?
Yes.
Girl, how you going to blend in with that?
Look, we don't condone stealing anything, but that's a big steal. That's a big heist.
Yeah.
Did it give you wings?
Yeah, I bet it did.
All right, pulling into a gas station at Sutton Road and Galloway. Sutton Road and Galloway. All right, this one's got a female, blue shorts and gray top, brown hair and a ponytail, going in the store, probably wearing Crocs.
All right, units full on 97. It's going to be the first one. Yep.
I've got her in cuffs.
Yep, they knew because she was wearing Crocs.
You are not going to be getting away if you take off on foot in Crocs.
Guys, I wore Crocs, and I'm not lying. I have a witness, Virginia. They exploded when I was running across the street.
I've never seen anything like it.
I've never seen nothing like it. It was
right?
remarkable.
Yeah.
You've seen me blow up wearing a karate gi and wearing those shoes.
You wear clothes hard.
You do. You blow stuff up.
I think I got some kind of weird combustion.
It's power.
A bachelorette party at a West Palm Beach Airbnb turned frightening when police say a 51-year-old man hid in the bushes watching women by the pool and repeatedly exposing himself.
Come on, dude.
Noel Roblero Mazariegos. One woman told police that she confronted him and asked him to leave, but he allegedly exposed himself again.
It's crazy how many videos are. There'll be these dudes on vacation. A lot of times they're with their family. The wife is in a room with the kids. They're on some kind of a softball, weekend trip, and this guy gets all hammered and will be out in the hallway just doing his thing.
Well, if you're there for softball, now's the time to grab your bat. And just slug him a few times in the neck.
But it's odd how brazen some of these dudes are getting out in the lobby. They're like, who wants to see Thor? You're like, whoa, pull your pants back up.
Gives him a thrill.
Ugh, they need to get their butts beat right there in public.
And they need to stop drinking and get their butts beat.
Well, when Palm Beach Pete got his teeth fixed last week so that he wouldn't have the same teeth as Jeffrey Epstein, it made people talk more, thinking that he really is Jeffrey Epstein.
Totally.
Which Virginia's one of them. So now he's got a solution to anyone who thinks that.
Hey guys, it's Palm Beach Pete, and something's really been bugging me lately. Like, enough is enough. I'm announcing that I'm taking a DNA test, and that will put all rumors to bed. That's a major thing. Stay tuned.
Okay, first of all, you are not mad that you are doing videos and you end a video with "stay tuned." That means more content is to come, and I'm getting followers. We see you, Palm Beach Pete.
Very excited he has to do this, or so he thinks. Well, last month, a sailor got a sickening surprise when drinking a Monster energy drink. It wasn't heart palpitations. It was a dead rat inside his can.
Oh, hell no.
Damn.
Yeah, that's rough, huh?
You always hear those stories where you're like drinking a Sunkist and, you're drinking it and then a rat snout hits you in the lip. Does this happen that often?
I guess it happened to this cat.
But how often do we get rat snout in drinks?
Once is too many.
I agree.
Well, you've heard of the maxing trend where people are trying to maximize their appearance, and we got morons in Miami that are hitting themselves in the face with hammers trying to do looks maxing so that they are more attractive.
Moron maxing.
Well, now there's a new kind of maxing that is out there, and nearly 10,000 men are on this Reddit community called ball maxing. It's exactly what you think. For some reason, they're trying to get their testicles to swell to grapefruit size.
What?
And they put saline in their scrot to do it.
So there's some unhinged things going on when it comes to the forum known as Reddit.
Wow.
There's a lot of people who they're called incels, and they don't like women very much, and they basically have said they're going to be involuntary celibate. And they have their own community, and they just seem quite just like they're angry.
They're probably so ugly, they're undateable, and then this is their retaliation for no one liking them.
Well, they go on Reddit and say, think about the most horrific thing you could think in your brain, and it's nothing compared to what they put on Reddit. Reddit's not for the faint of heart.
They say ball maxing carries severe risks, including bacterial infection, tissue damage, erectile dysfunction, infertility, blood clots, and gangrene.
So they're injecting their testicle sac with saline solution to make it big?
It's insane.
For what?
I don't know. That's a great question.
If you have really large testicles, don't they get in the way?
Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be anything you'd want at all.
Remember that song "Video Killed the Radio Star"?
Yeah.
The internet killed humanity.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's losing their mind because they have to go viral, Virginia.
But I do kind of want to see what these pictures look like.
Oh no, I'm definitely checking them out later.
Let's ball maxing.
I'm sharing it on KVJ.
We've Googled so much on this work computer.
And I put it right on our Facebook page.
They say interest is growing, particularly men over the age of 40. Wild.
Because they're bored.
I'm telling you, there's a weird thing going on Reddit. Look into it. It's guys that have turned their back on any kind of relationship. They are mad at the world. They call them incels.
Yeah. Well, Virginia, this might be what you experienced this last week. They say doctors are reportedly walking away from their practice around the age of 48, 8 years earlier than before, because they're getting burned out on paperwork. And a bunch of other things and rude people.
Well, dealing with insurance, dealing with humans, dealing with just the stresses and the drama, yeah, my gynecologist just walked away. Didn't even sell her practice. Just said, nope.
And I really wanted you to tell Dr. Thornton I said hello.
Well, you're going to have to look her up yourself. She's probably on a vacation somewhere, finally enjoying her life and not looking at weirdness.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
I heard some radio industry news yesterday. It left me a little bit shook.
What you got?
Heard that Dave Ryan, one of my mentors and arguably the reason why I'm actually in radio in the first place, is retiring.
Really?
As of next Friday.
Next Friday?
Done. Yeah, he has been on a very large radio station in Minneapolis, Minnesota called KDWB for 33 years now. And when I first thought about doing morning radio, I'd heard because I first got into radio and I thought it was just going to be a hobby, that you would just do for fun. And I was having a conversation with somebody who's in the industry, first chance I ever got. And I said, you can't make any money in radio, right? And he's like, there's some morning shows that make decent money. You could make a career out of that. And I'm like, okay, so what is this morning thing? And so I started listening to the big morning show that was out of Columbus, Ohio on WNCI. It was the Morning Zoo. And a guy named Dave Ryan was on there. And I listened, I'm like, this guy's cool, man. It sounds like he gets chicks. I'm like, this guy's making some money. I'm like, this is pretty awesome.
He gets chicks.
Yeah, and so I, as a young college kid, I was listening to this Dave Ryan. I'm like, this is so cool. And I love this guy. And he was funny and he was creative. And so I decided that I was going to give a shot at doing morning radio. And it was because of this guy, Dave Ryan. And then I got to meet Dave and I got to talk to Dave. And Dave and I were on an idea sharing call for many years. And then when he said, I'm going to give it up, I got other things I want to do. Will you take it over? And so he handed that off to me. He's the one that gave me the Kid Craddock Award that I won several years ago. That came from Dave Ryan.
Aww.
And he has just got a quirky creativity about him, maybe the greatest that I've ever known.
He's lovable, too.
He's just a fantastic guy.
When you meet him, you just can't help but he draws you in with that personality.
Yeah, a lot of times when you meet a big radio person, they're not always the coolest people. And I didn't get to meet him that many times, but the times that I did, he was always very respectful, always treated me with respect, and was very, very kind human.
Yeah, and I think for me, just what made this such a blow was my other radio mentor retired also just a couple of months ago. And so this back-to-back, it's just odd that my two guideposts, the people who guided me through this industry, always helped me out, they're both out of it. Now, the one thing I will tell you, the good news is my one buddy who retired, the other one, I talk to him now more than ever because he's actually got time. And so, he's coaching me and helping me and
guiding
doing a lot of
you.
stuff. Yes. And so,
because he knows you got bills, you can't afford to retire.
He knows I need help. He's like, I got time now. Let me try to help you out, dog. So that I like. But yeah, you just kind of wonder, will I really ever get to have many more conversations with him? And so I wish him the best. I hope he got to walk out on his own terms. And to me, it's just one of those things that's kind of tough because I always used to be the young guy in radio. And now all the guys who were the ones that taught me, they're all moving on. So
it's crazy.
Tracy in Orlando, she said, I just saw the announcement from Dave Ryan and I cried through his whole retirement video. 33 years in the industry is a spectacular feat and he's going to be greatly missed. Did he confide in you that this was coming or were you just as surprised as the rest of us? Yeah, I did not know. So I was very surprised with that.
Hasn't he been training his son?
No.
No, that's not him?
No.
I thought somebody's been working with their kid.
Mojo's son.
Mojo, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mojo, who's a good
son.
friend of ours. Yeah, when Mojo leaves, I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm done. Mojo's in Detroit and his son is in Tampa, doing very well.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got those two confused.
Yeah.
But that's a beautiful legacy to be able to train your kid to take your job one day. What about Cannon?
No. I don't think I would bring anybody up in this industry now. No, I would not.
Done, baby.
If I had a kid, I would not bring him up in this industry.
No,
please.
I would not. Don't. Go get a real job, kid.
Find something else.
You want a future, don't you?
Yeah, but there you go. Uncle Marv said, Kev, guess what time it is? Now it's time for you to be the mentor. And yeah, I guess that's how it goes. But
and look, greats retire, and sometimes when a great retires, you can learn from their playbook and all the stuff that they've done because they're out of the game now, and it gives you time to pick their brains, see what works. A lot of times when people do retire, they do go into that mentoring kind of position, and that's a very fulfilling gig.
Yeah, so he had a great career, and I'm happy to see that he's walking out the way that he is with his head hella high, and he's still going to be kind of an advocate locally there for the radio station.
Oh, that's sweet.
Which leads me to believe they'll be bringing in a syndicated show in the morning.
Gotcha.
Oh. Okay, so we'll have more competition here in Florida, probably, or no?
It has nothing to do with us.
Okay, they won't. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was all over the country or not.
No, not Dave. He just had. It was unique though. They don't typically do that. You normally have to be in multiple markets now. It's just the way the industry's changing. But best to Dave Ryan at KDWB. He had an amazing career, and thanks for everything you did for me. I appreciate it, bud. All right, Jbird, what you got on your mind?
Well, it's Thursday. We'll be doing our 4th Weird and Whatever podcast tonight. If you've not joined us, it starts at 6 p.m. on our KVJ YouTube page. It'll be live for tonight, and then we'll upload it again tomorrow so you can comment on it after. Some of the things we'll be talking about tonight, people going through deep depression and their ability to see paranormal activity. Is there a link to that? Is it just depression? Is there something going on in their chemistry, or are they really having a true encounter with something, or both things working together? Do paranormal entities try to attract towards people who are prone to depression?
Ghosts love sad people?
Well, they like, if you believe in this stuff, and I always preface this because a lot of people don't like this talk, but if you do believe in this kind of stuff, they tend to find people who are low energy. Let's say you're going through a bout of insomnia. Let's say you're stressed out about something and you're just not in your groove. You got the yips, so to speak. They like to prey on that. And if you're not prepared for that, it can lead to some darkness. And that's going to be one of the things we talk about. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Denny's random facts. Denny does a great job just scouring, just hunting unbelievable factoids that you would never even know existed. And these are real facts that some of them stay with you. I mean, I always tell you about bicycle face. I won't go into it, but Google bicycle face. It's a real thing that happened back in, I think, the 1920s. Doctors told ladies they would get if they rode a bicycle because they didn't want women to get their independence.
Yes.
That wasn't that long ago either, by the way.
Men are pigs.
And then our third thing, Men Are Pigs, hosted by Virginia. She's our guest
appearance.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be talking about all that, and we'd love to have you. Our audience is growing so slowly. But
so slowly.
So slowly, but it's growing. So.
Adding one new fan each week.
Hey, we'll take it.
Yep. And what's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, my girlfriend sent me this video from TikTok. And, you know, there's a lot of influencers out there making recipes and trying to cut corners and showing how they can make, you know, the fabulous meal on a budget. And now this is my girlfriend from New Orleans, and she and I have enjoyed many an oysters Rockefeller, and it's like a roasted oyster dish that has like seasonings on the oysters, and they're cooked, but it's got like Parmesan cheese and a little spinach, and they're delicious. So she's like, oh, look, I found a TikTok version of oysters Rockefeller. I'm gonna make this. It's gonna be good. And she did. She sent me the video of her making it, and it looked great. And then about 6 hours later, she sent me a video. Do not do this. I've been on the toilet for over an hour.
So is this the 7th or 8th gross story you've told today?
Just be careful.
That's all she's got.
If you're doing TikTok recipes, just be careful, because canned oysters are not the same as fresh oysters. And if you eat canned oysters, you may be on the toilet.
You could have saved so much time on that story by just saying, my friend ate canned oysters. Okay, we got it. Yeah, pretty gross. She's on the crapper.
Skip that one. Bad idea.
Sorry.
Canned oysters sound miserable.
Yes, they do.
Oh my gosh. You don't eat that crap.
Well, she's on a budget, and so she thought she found a hack.
Do you ever eat no.
I wouldn't eat canned oysters.
Do you or Rocco ever eat Vienna sausages?
No.
Rocco don't get down like that?
Never.
You wouldn't let him?
He would not be interested in Vienna sausages.
No, the boy likes caviar.
Yeah, any kind of protein that is shelf stable and can sit there for years, I'm not interested in.
I think that's what they'd make beanie weenies with.
Yeah, we know now. We know now, and we don't eat that.
I'm hoping I did not make a really bad decision, but I didn't want to throw away $100 worth of food. Now, I get my food delivered from Ideal Nutrition.
Yeah.
And they were earlier yesterday. Normally I'm home when my food delivery happens. I get a text. I'm like, oh, great. And I go out to the front door and I bring it in and I put it right in the refrigerator. The food showed up at 8:41 a.m. yesterday morning. And I just got home, walked right past it, didn't even think about it, spent the entire day. This morning when I got up at 2 a.m., I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Did I get my food yesterday? I look outside. I'm like, oh, no, it's still there.
It's been sitting out for how many hours?
15 hours and 20 minutes.
Dog, I can't tell you how many times I've done this.
15 hours and 20 minutes. Now, it was in a cooling bag, but by the time I got to it, cool was gone.
No, it's Florida.
It is Florida. And I said, that's $100 worth of food. I'm like, I'm just not going to throw it out. Then I have to spend another $100 to get a whole new thing of food, and it's a whole thing. I'm like, you got dice, you're going to roll it. I started today with my egg burrito. I feel okay. And it has been now 5 hours.
Did you reheat it?
I did.
Okay.
Am I going to be fine?
Yes.
If I go through, because I got chicken, I got cheesy chicken in there, I got another chicken.
Just reheat excessively.
You'll be fine.
Heat kills salmonella. So don't take any chances. Don't even let any part of it not be really hot.
You're talking to a guy who's got a stomach like an ox. The things I've eaten in my time where I should be dead.
Okay.
I'm still standing.
Now, they package it great and all that stuff. It really keeps it safe from aging, and it holds on to its age. But I don't think this applies to when it comes to temperature. They would still be like, no, you got to keep that cool.
What time did you have your last bite, if you had to say?
5. I'm going 5.5 hours.
Things would start to go wrong for you.
And that's the egg part. So I'm wondering, is egg different than chicken? Is there a difference?
You never know till you eat it. It's a dice roll.
Okay.
And the good thing is the weather's been nice and cool out.
Yeah, I know. That was just it. Like when I got it out, it was like room temperature. Yeah. Okay. Some people were saying, throw it out, Kev. It's pre-cooked food. Okay.
Get it really, really hot. And roll the dice. I know you. You're too cheap to throw out $100 worth of food.
Hey, some people are saying play it safe. Other people are saying go for it.
This is just it. I will ask KVJ TV, what should I do with this food? Like I said, it's going to be a loss of $200.
Oh,
because it's $100 worth of food I'm throwing out, and I got to replace it with $100 worth of food.
Gotcha.
I know it's quick math, but that's $200, Virginia.
That's hard math.
I know. That's a lot of stuff right here for this show.
Our chat room's a bunch of renegades. It's going to, at minimum, go 50-50.
Or will you be on the toilet like you ate canned oysters?
And I said it yesterday. Explosive diarrhea is not always a horrible thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
I didn't say daily, and I didn't say often. I said every now and then. It's something that the body needs.
Okay. You think so?
Yeah, I'm no
consider it a blessing if I get explosive diarrhea later. Be like, thank you, God.
You just got your remedy from Dr. Bird.
Okay. Heat is your friend. And I would tell you, not the microwave. I would maybe put this meal in a skillet and reheat it right there on your stovetop, making sure you get thorough, even like a little overheated.
Yeah, what I would get in the skillet, cook it a lot, and then take it and throw it right in the trash.
Okay. All right. Do I roll the dice? Because this is going to be a week-long experiment. And I'll get cocky, and then sometime next week, I'll
you get that 4-day later food poisoning.
Because now it's growing. Whatever's in there, if it got funky yesterday, it's now in your fridge growing.
And I'm sure this won't not at all get in your head and it won't be psychosomatic whatsoever.
It will. And especially right now because the voting's 50-50.
I told you! I knew it! We have a renegade audience!
It is going to be a week long of just rolling the dice, baby. Let's see what happens. All right, somebody want a little bit of advice here, a little Ask KVJ email. It says, would you ask if you weren't invited? Now, this person said that they were invited to a bridal shower, and they went to the bridal shower, but for their gift, they went in with a group and got one. Now, this wedding is going to be coming up this weekend, and they're still sitting here without an invitation. And he said, I reached out to my friend. I said, did you ever get an invitation for the wedding for the bridal shower that we went to? She's like, oh, yeah, I got mine. She sent me a photo of it. She said, I'm sure you're supposed to get one. She said, just show up. I'd be like, I don't know. I got all the information, everything about where the wedding is, what time to be there, and all that kind of stuff, but I did not actually get an official invitation, and I don't want to go without one, but I feel like it'd be kind of awkward just to text the bride. Does it look weird if I ask her? I'm not really sure what to do with this.
Sounds like they work for my bank. Oh, yeah, we sent you your debit card. It's in the mail. I never got it. I had to call again, Virginia.
Yeah, I think you have to address this with the bride. You got to make the call. Because if for some reason you're not invited, you can't just show up to a wedding. This is a head count plated thing. Like you can't just show up and hope for the best. If something went sideways and you're not privy to it, you certainly don't want to be there if you're not wanted.
Believe it or not, too, sometimes when you have a lot on your mind, you can leave somebody out that you cannot believe you left out, and you don't do it on purpose. You just had a brain fart.
It's true.
And I've done it. I've done it before where I have not invited some of my best friends, but just because I assumed they'd be there anyway, but then I forgot to tell them about it. And things like that can happen, and it's not done on a personal level. It's just done because you had a brain fart.
So you got three
Just send her a text, maybe. If you don't want to call and make it awkward, just send her a text, maybe.
Somebody said that you need to have a friend ask because texting makes it too weird.
I disagree, man. I don't know how y'all are with your friends. If we're talking about bridesmaids and being all close, you should be close enough to be able to have heart-to-heart conversations with your crew. If not, I wouldn't really call that a crew.
Well, the question is, how close really are they? Because she doesn't say. She's not in the bridal party or anything like that. She was only invited to the bridal shower. And one comment says, some people invite people to the bridal shower, but don't invite them to the wedding because they've got a limited number of seats.
Right.
Now, is that uncool to invite somebody and get a present out of them, but then they don't get to attend your wedding?
I think it's weird, but bitches be weird.
So if she is not invited and then she texts the bride, that's going to then be awkward. Be like, yeah, no, sorry, you're not invited to the wedding.
Look, you need to know. You can't just go. If you text her or if you have a friend text her, you got to get the information. And if you're not invited, I think it's okay to say, oh, I'm sorry. I was so confused because I was at the shower. I just thought I would be invited to the wedding as well.
The way I would do it, I wouldn't get all mad. I go, hey, look, I went to your bridal shower and I thought it was great. I had a great time. I just never got a invitation to the wedding. If you don't want me to go, I get it. I just needed to know to make sure I've got the right plans and leave it at that.
Yeah, I'd say, look, I understand. Weddings are expensive to throw and you can have like smaller head counts and sometimes people get excluded. If that happened, I'm fine with it.
So you put all that in the text?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even text it.
Give her an out.
If it's your friend, I mean, it sounds like they're friends enough to be able to be invited to a bridal party. I think you should be able to talk to people. We hide behind text a lot. I don't know if I like that all the time. So hey, go look at someone's eyes every now and then.
I do not want to look at her eyes. I don't think that's the right way.
But you know what, then? Maybe I'm just old school.
I want to make it easy on her to be able to tell me that I didn't make the cut. And however you do that, make it as easy as possible. Because you do not want to show up to something that you're not wanted at, but you're sad because you thought you were going to be invited.
The reason why text makes me nervous sometimes when it comes to matters of the heart type of stuff is text can sometimes be misread and not get the emotion across. When I'm sitting across with Kevin and I'm telling you something, you can see in my eyes, you can hear it in
Nuances,
my voice,
body language,
you can see my body. Exactly. And believe me, I am guilty of it. When I've sent either something in a chat room or a text or on social media thinking I'm being funny, and if you're not prepared for that, you're going, well, what does that mean? It can get lost in translations, all I'm saying.
The way I see it is you've got three options here. Now, since you went to the bridal shower but did not get an invite to the wedding, you could still show up. You now know when and where it is and what time. You could text the bride, maybe have an awkward exchange when she tells you that, sorry, yeah, you were invited to the bridal shower, not to the wedding. Or you can just not go. Those are your three options. And be like, you know what? If you care, then I didn't get your invitation. I'm sorry. I would have gone. I thought I was just invited to the bridal shower.
Do you guys, but let me ask you all this, though. And I'm talking about people who are in your crew that you should go through a bullet for because that's what your crew's for. Do you have a tough time having face-to-face moments with them if there's something you need to get through, or do you always rely on a text message because it's too uncomfortable to deal with?
It depends on the situation. For this, I would want to give the bride an out. If she doesn't have the funds to be able to have me at the wedding because the guest list is limited, I just need to know that information and I don't want to make it weird. And so I may get a quick text. Hey, I never got the invite. Totally understand if I didn't make the cut, but just let me know. Did the invitation get lost in the mail, or do you? Are you not expecting me?
Well, I mean, the one good thing I think we all can agree on is that weddings suck and it caused a lot of drama. I think we all.
But it sounds like she's upset because she wanted to be there, and maybe all the other girls are there.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
She's the only one.
It's kind of divided to this. Now, half the people are saying don't go. The other half are saying to text the bride. Now, but the question is, do you text her directly or do you have a friend ask? You think you text the bride directly, right, Virginia? Because it is coming up this weekend. She's got a lot of stuff going on. So you're hitting her with 48 hours before the big go time to ask if you're invited to her wedding.
You should have texted her last week, but here we are.
Okay.
I would still text her directly.
You would? Okay.
I would.
That's a 50-50. 50 would do the text directly to the bride. The other 50 would have a friend ask. So that's the advice they have.
There's not one person voting for have a face-to-face conversation. Wow.
Well, I think it's just hard, because if you are excluded, it's going to be weird and emotional. And
how do you do the face-to-face? If she's working and living her life and trying to get ready for a wedding, what are you going to do? Text and be like, hey, I need to meet you. I need to meet with you. That's awkward. Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, sorry you weren't invited.
Oh, then you start crying.
That would be amazing to watch.
These weddings, they are something else. I'm so glad I've aged out of my friends getting married.
Oh, if you invite me to a wedding, I'm letting you know right now, I have thrown out my back.
Preemptively.
Yes.
Now we got all kinds of celebrities all throughout South Florida. And it's kind of interesting because we got different pockets and different kinds of celebrities in different parts of Florida. And also, too, you've got your primary residence, and then you got a lot of people that just have a house that would be there. It's a secondary, it's their third house, it's their fourth house, it's their 12th house. I don't know. So you see all that kind of stuff. I was kind of looking at this, trying to think, all right, so if you talk about celebrity clout, and we'll keep that mainly to power, fame, money, those three things. How would you put the top four counties? Now, of course, you think about Miami-Dade. Of course, they're going to have a lot. You got Broward with, Fort Lauderdale. You got Palm Beach that's going on. And then, quietly, you've got Martin County that has got some people as well. So if you had to put them in order, what do you think the order would be from the most clout to the least of those four counties, Virginia?
I mean, I still think Miami-Dade is number one, right? I mean, athletes, it's a metro, it's huge.
Yeah.
Miami-Dade, to me, is still one.
Okay.
Cocaine,
very important.
Very, very prevalent.
Yeah.
Then I would go Palm Beach. Then I would go Martin. Then I would go Broward.
Okay. What do you think, Bird?
I think it's Miami. I think it's Palm Beach. I think it's Broward. Then I think it's Martin. Although I love me some Martin County, and I would probably live in Martin County if our station was closer. I love the people up there. I'm a Stewart kind of guy. I think I should have been born either in Martin County or Port St. Lucie. I'm a Pizzle kind of guy.
Okay. Oh, Virginia's close.
I'm a Pizzle kind of guy, too.
Yeah.
You're Tequesta. It doesn't count. No.
I'm on that cusp.
Now,
so is everyone else at the cusp of death.
Majority of people think the order is going to be Miami, Palm Beach, Broward, and Martin. And then next is Palm Beach, number one, Miami, Martin, and Broward. And there are some things where you can make some interesting arguments. Now, according to ChatGPT, I thought it was interesting that it put Miami-Dade 1, Palm Beach 2, Martin at 3, and then Broward at 4. And I was like, okay, well, show your work. And it's like, okay, Miami-Dade, you got Bezos now with a place there. Zuckerberg has now got his $170 million mansion with $217 billion that he's worth. Guy named Larry Page, ton of money. Lionel Messi has some places, so he does both Broward and Miami-Dade. Beckham, Gloria Estefan, Shakira, Tom Brady, Pharrell Williams, Enrique Iglesias. That's a lot of star power and a lot of money. But then, of course, Palm Beach County, you got the Prez. You got Stallone, Howard Stern, Tommy Hilfiger, John Bon Jovi, Rod Stewart. There's a lot. Tom Ford. So there's a lot of that going on.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
When he feels like it. I feel like he buys a house and he sells it, then he buys another one.
He's in Boca right now. So he's still, you're right, add that to the Palm Beach.
Come on, Billy, call in. Are you listening? Come on, Piano Man, make my day.
I would have thought that Broward would be 3, but as it breaks it down, I get it. Because in Martin County, you got Tiger Woods, Ricky Fowler, Brooks Koepka, Jason Aldean, Cole Hauser. Quietly, I think Martin County actually deserves the 3rd spot.
You're missing one big one.
Yeah.
One Rocco Sinicki.
Okay.
He's outshining his mom these days.
He is.
You're right. A lot of clout. Broward's got Lionel, Messi, Dan Marino, Tyreek Hill, Kodak Black.
And there's also a lot of great athletes that you were saying the majority of people wouldn't recognize them if they saw them walking in Publix. But these are great athletes that do live in South Florida all through, whether it's Dade, Palm Beach. We have a lot of athletes in Palm Beach County.
Yeah, we do. I mean, they're all over the place. But yeah, it was interesting. When it breaks it down, that's what ChatGPT at least thinks is how you rank the power struggle in the counties. A lot of stuff going on around here. I love to see this from teenagers because sometimes you just never know. Look, I've got a son that's a teenage boy, and you're like, okay, is he wired this way? But these 3 teenagers in Cooper City, they give you a little bit of hope and humanity. They saw a 65-year-old man on the side of the road that was trying to change a tire. And when they looked at him a little bit more closely, because they're going to try to help him change the tire, they said, this guy is in distress. 65-year-old man was actually suffering a heart attack.
Oh, my gosh.
At the time. But Cody McGrone, Brody Murray, and Logan Royer, they stepped right in to help Diego Fernandez Delgado and may have saved his life.
We were at McDonald's, and we saw this guy over here. He was just relaxing.
Officials say the man was later confirmed to be experiencing a heart attack. Doctors say their quick thinking saved a life.
Saving someone's life and being there obviously is a big thing for especially kids my age. So it was just a lot of emotions, honestly.
We saw him on the side of the road and we were like, let's go help him.
It feels good. It feels like I did something good. I did something right, helping out a guy. I just am happy to be honored.
Nice job, kids.
Aww.
And they were honored at a Cooper City Commission meeting where they got to get thanked personally by Fernandez Delgado.
That's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love this story, too. Could you imagine if all the kids are running up to the ice cream truck and you don't have enough money for one, and then you go through the embarrassment of, you know, I don't have enough money, everybody else has got ice cream. I mean, Eddie Murphy did a skit about this when I was a kid.
Yeah, he did.
But there's one ice cream truck that does not turn kids away.
It's okay, tell him to come back. No, I was still going to give it to him. I didn't say no. I wasn't. Okay. Hey, can you ask that kid over there to come back?
We don't turn kids away when they don't have money. You want an ice cream from Maddie, you get an ice cream from Maddie. It's so hot outside. Say no. Here you go, buddy. You can always come up to the ice cream truck, okay?
How cool is that, huh?
I love that.
It is cool. My mom used to make me do this thing at the Twin City Mall. It was a place called Caramel Corn.
Okay.
And she'd wait till they were about to close. So they have all this extra caramel corn, and they would kind of throw it away. They'd put it in this big bag. So
It doesn't keep well.
She'd make me and my little sister go up there and go, could we please have some extra caramel corn? We don't have any money. And they would give us all this free caramel corn, but not all the time. There was an old guy that would work there and he'd go, you got to pay for this crap, kids. But the young teenagers would always give you the free caramel corn.
Aww.
I hated doing that.
Yeah, because you're like, now I got to go be shamed and tell everybody I'm broke.
Please, mister, may I have some caramel corn?
Did you do it in a British accent?
That was my security blanket.
Well, that was Maddie's Ice Cream and More in Gardner, Massachusetts, and they're known for their kindness initiative where they don't turn kids away, and people then help support the initiative, and they get donations so that more kids can get free ice cream throughout the summer. Okay, you got more KVJ. It's going to be on the After the Show that you can watch live at about 10 minutes. It is going to be on your Spotify. You can watch it on your Instagram, your YouTube, your Facebook, and you get it on demand on all those channels. Well, Jbird, before we get to it, if you would, wrap us up here with your thought for the day.
If your mom makes you go get free caramel corn when you're little, do it. It's good.
All right.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.